Hello there in TV land.
Testing, testing. Well, you said you like the dark look, right? And testing, testing. Well, you said you like
Cooking?
yeah. Yeah, we want to give it a try, and I know you said how do yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Welcome to another episode of Cigars and Whiskey, the podcast that discusses love, relationships, sex, and dating from a male's perspective. I'm your guy, Ron Coe, and I'm joined by my guys, White Star GB.
Was shaking.
We also have super producer Corey Cool in the building, Cool University.
Big cool.
Yep. Big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube and Facebook. Please remember to share so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. We have a great show for you guys tonight. Tonight we will be drinking. We are drinking Bibb and Tucker double charred small batch bourbon. And tonight's topic is going to be women cheat more than men. All right.
Triggering title.
Yep. White Star GB.
Yeah.
How was your week, man?
Week was cool, man. Got a small complaint to make with human resources. Y'all had me hiding behind the damn thing on the broke with the broke share last week. I didn't even know. Like, I'm looking at the clips and I'm looking at the episode, and the chair is broken, so I'm sitting like lower, and I can't even see my face. It look like this. I'm like, oh god,
I didn't notice it.
So I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that complaint
You're
in.
gonna put the complaint in?
Human resources.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see how that go. But I do. I got posed a interesting movie question over the week, and I kind of wanted to run that past y'all. See what y'all thought. The question was, can you name a trilogy of movies that the third movie was the best? I got two that I'm thinking of, but I've had a little time.
Third one was the best.
Yeah.
For me,
second is easy. The second one is like, second movie is always easier, like best. But third,
I would say Friday.
I said the same thing.
Friday.
I said the same thing. Friday.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Like,
I think Friday 3 is the best Friday.
Yeah.
I said it all off the rip, and I was like, yeah. Friday 3 is.
Yeah.
The first one is good,
Yeah.
but I feel like the first one is a little low budget.
It is.
Okay.
It
all
is.
right. Then the second one,
yeah,
man. But the third one, everything just came together.
Yeah.
And it was just like everybody came together and just made the perfect movie and finished it off. I'm gonna also add Die Hard 3 to that.
I'm not. I can't remember the Die Hards. I know. First of all, I know for a fact I didn't see all the Die Hards.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And that's probably what it is.
Mhm.
I probably stopped after the first one.
Right. Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anything else? Anything about?
That could really ring a bell. That 3.
They got Bad Boys. There's Godfather. There's Ocean's 11. There's.
I know you might.
You said Beverly Hills Cop 3?
Check. Oh yeah, I got to this wire. Yeah, for some reason Beverly Hills Cop 3 was a good one to me in the amusement park.
Okay.
Oh, that was 3?
I believe that was 3. Yeah. He was like, okay. Come
All right,
on, man.
all right,
When he was,
okay.
you know what I mean?
see
That was the
one.
fun.
All
one.
right, okay.
The gleam was there. You know, it was some money in the
Yeah,
budget.
yeah.
And Eddie
yeah,
Murphy
yeah.
looking clean.
I
You know
like
what
that
I'm
one.
saying?
Yeah. I like that.
Beverly Hills Cop 3.
I like that.
For some
Yeah.
reason is the one.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Yeah, I
nothing
just
else?
thought that was an interesting question.
Nothing else though.
There's what other?
Are you into the Star Wars?
Nah, I never watched any Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm not
I
really
never
into
did any
those
Star
either.
Wars. Yeah,
I've
There's
never watched anything
Indiana
Star
Jones
Wars.
got a couple. Batman had a couple, but I think two was better.
Wait, what's the third Batman? What would be the
third Batman was Bane.
No.
You talking about the Dark Knight, but the Joker one was the better.
What about the originals?
No, like if we're talking about the third Batman from the I'm sorry. If we're talking about the third Batman from the originals, which one?
It never made it from the original.
It did. You
No,
had
only the Dark Knight got the trilogy.
I'm
just thinking of the movie.
Christian Bale's Batman.
No. You had the first one with Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Then the second one had
No, but once you change the character, it's a whole different movie now.
no.
Yes, it is. It's not the same Batman. That's not the same thing.
It was supposed to be
Michael
the
Keaton's
same
Batman
movie,
is his
bro.
own Batman. Then after him,
He did 1 and 2, and then it was Val Kilmer.
Yeah, that was trash.
I can't remember it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No,
so
no.
I guess it wasn't the best one.
It would be whatever the 1992 one is. That's the third Batman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, I'm not doing that one.
Yeah, man. Usually when a series of movies goes that far, it doesn't get better. It can only go downhill.
Mhm.
Does Rush Hour have 3?
Rush Hour has 3.
I don't
But I
remember
think 2
3.
is the best. I think Rush Hour 2 was clearly the best one.
I can't remember that one.
Okay.
I can remember the first one. That's it.
Yeah. Bad Boys had 3.
Yeah, the third one was terrible.
Right,
It was terrible.
Yeah, shit like that.
And me, I'm the type of guy that I don't stick around that long.
I'm not watching anything bad.
I just don't. I'm not a trilogy type of guy. I'm the type of guy that will watch a series
Mhm.
and then I watch a season or 2. But once you get to like 3 or 4, I'm probably gonna fall off.
So you're not watching, like, if a new John Wick come out, you're not gonna watch it?
Probably not. Well, I wasn't into John Wick.
Oh, for real? Okay.
I'm just talking about, like,
Alright.
let's just say Ozark was very popular.
Mhm.
You had what was a series that was very popular? I like Billions. Billions, also Succession.
Yeah.
Now I was very
Well, we're talking about seasons now, right?
yeah. I was very into them.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I said, it's still going, but I'm done with it.
See, that's different though. Once the TV show gets rolling and it rolls into the seasons, you're more invested because those characters are like baked in now.
It's not for me, man.
Crazy.
I don't know what it is for me.
For real?
Even like Power. Like I was into
So you
it.
rather just watch 1 season or 2 seasons,
Maybe,
or something
yeah,
and just chill?
I don't know. I get disinterested.
Hmm.
I don't know why. It's like, all right, I was kicking it with y'all for a season or 2, and I'm kind of done with it.
I think TV is a little different. Well, I think TV is a lot different because TV, so many episodes, they really, really cook in and they really bake in those characters' traits and the backstories.
Yeah, that's the fact.
You're really invested in those characters.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Other than a movie, which is like 2 hours at a time. So that whole trilogy is maybe like 6 hours. That TV series, like by the time it got to season 3 of The Wire or season,
See, that's what I was going to ask you. How many
or
seasons of The Wire did you watch?
Oh,
I watched everything. Yeah.
I believe
Okay.
my theory is that the New Age series, I'm not committed to them
At all.
But
I
The
can
Wire,
remember.
I've watched every season of The Wire.
You've
Yeah.
done your ancient
Yeah.
TV
No,
series
because
homework.
what's happening is they're turning a lot of properties that should have been a movie because it's not that interesting into a series. They're milking this series thing, especially on Netflix.
Mhm.
A lot of these things should have just been a one and a nice little movie, keep it moving. But they got the series, and the first episode is always money. Then the second episode is about the nondescript character and goes back to her hometown and where she came up. And then the third, they're just milking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
That's
but
why
listen, we
a
also-
lot of these
do
series are.
We also are synonymous with the growth of these series, right? Like if you think about the first couple that came on HBO,
Oz,
right? And
Boardwalk Empire.
First of all, I love Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah,
That was my
yeah.
shit.
The only thing I didn't do was True. What's the name? True Blood. With the
Yeah.
vampire
Yeah, I've
one.
never done True
I didn't do True Blood.
I don't
But
believe...
everything else I was in. Soprano, I never missed an episode.
Man,
I was there on Sunday when the TV cut off. And I'm sitting there looking like, what the?
So yeah, Ron.
Checking my cable.
Ron, I can see how you can maybe, grow a little disinterested nowadays.
Yeah.
With what we had.
I can't tell you like how many shows this happened to me. Like
give me the movie, man.
Yeah,
Give me the movie.
Me and my wife will be into something, and then I'll fall off, and she'll keep on going. But me, I'm like, I'm done with that. I'm not interested. You can tell me about it.
They're relying on a lot of people. People, they do it for a reason. People need content. Like, content is king now. You know what I mean? And then the second thing is, the longer that they could keep you watching, the better.
Absolutely.
So if they could keep you watching for 6 hours instead of 2, hey, have at it. Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, but let's see what happens. Yeah, but that was my week, man.
Okay.
I thought that was a fun question to ask y'all to spark it off.
Okay. All right.
What up with you, man? Your week?
Same shit.
Yeah.
We tossing out questions. I had a question too, right? I had a thought more than
Your
a question.
A little spicy. We seen you.
No.
Shout out to Lil Man Jay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to him, man. We did a great show last week.
Great show, always getting better.
Yeah. But I think this whole Cat Williams thing has like kind of been done to death. Everyone has reacted to his shit or said something about the way he conducted himself on Club SHAY. And you got a lot of other comedians doing interviews speaking about who steals jokes and who does this and who does that. And maybe even Corey Cool could jump in on this. Like, would they benefit from having like trademarking or publishing their intellectual property? Could that be done for a comedian? No,
because no idea is original. It's always gonna have some. It's always gonna be someone who said it first. It's
all right,
impossible.
But if that's someone,
then nothing can improve. Cause now you own a joke, cause you own a thought. Joke is a thought.
Not even owning a joke, but let's just say similar to publishing, where it's like, all right, I took that joke, I remixed it, but I made it my, How could you make it your own? What do you do? Hamburger. What are you doing? Hamburger, yo, you could get your money. Like if anybody come around and do that, you know what I mean? But who else? Not my nigga too.
Okay.
I hate to do that
to throw my 2 cents in there. There is originality to jokes. There is.
I believe so.
There's originality to jokes. There's not like there's people who steal, but that was the time period. I think now with social media, it's kind of tough to take somebody's like joke and redo it. But then again, now your question was, can you run your initial question back, Rocco?
Sort of like a publishing type of system or a trademark their content or
okay, let's say
copyright it.
Let's say
copyright maybe.
Yeah, but let's say you do a special. I think that's the way it would work. If you got up there and you had an initial thought and you put it in a certain way, as far as even the words, because remember, you could just copyright a set of words it's whether or not you decided to do the business enough to do that. But absolutely, even if you locked it in within the special and the brand name of the special, and you might have copyrighted the brand name because the brand name, it's through your company and, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, you could if you had like an original idea, because it's kind of like this, right? Like if you look at, let's take a Saturday Night Live sketch. If you did it over verbatim, right, and put it on YouTube and filmed it, I'm pretty sure, who was the network again? CBS? No.
NBC.
I'm pretty sure NBC would come holler at you, right?
Yeah, they'd probably give you a cease and desist.
Yeah, they will let you know that you're imposing on things. So yeah, I believe the everyday person could do it if they just figured out the proper paperwork. That
well, jokes are based off of premises, right? And the premise would be like the DMV, like how absurd, it was like
Mhm.
the customer service at the DMV is so bad, you know, and there'll be a whole bunch of jokes based on that, you know. So it's kind of hard to do that, you know. What I mean, it's kind of
I don't
it's kind
think.
of
I don't
jokes are
think
based
so.
off of premises,
I
like
understand, but I don't
you
think
know.
so. I
So
think,
the premise for Homie the Clown is this grunt when we're talking about you know, sketches.
right.
So we're talking about a hood clown who hits kids with like a sock or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But so what if you have like a hood clown who doesn't hit the kids, but he just like curses them out?
Listen,
Okay.
no,
You know what I mean? Is that the same thing or?
well, not well. Listen, it's kind of like well, music is the. I hate to always revert to music, but music is a perfect situation. Guns and drugs and whatever, that's on the table for everybody to use, right?
Exactly. Yes.
But when I say, but let one of them businessmen, right, who rap about those things, say they line in a certain way and they
What?
get sampled.
It's different because it's set to music. You could rhyme about the
Right.
same exact thing, but if it's set to music to a different beat, then it's different.
I believe
So I
with
think
the
music is completely different.
with the proper paperwork, I believe you can capitalize and make sure legally nobody takes your.
And then the
takes your
other
property.
thing that we're not talking about is, and this is honestly what hurt me in comedy and made me a little bit less of a comedy fan, was to hear that people have other people write their jokes for them. Like people have a team of writers, which to me is like learning that wrestling was fake. Almost, you know, it was kind of like I thought when Martin got up there and did "You So Crazy," that was all him.
Did he have writers for that?
I don't know. I don't know anymore. If you're allowed to have writers now, then you have to have writers then.
Okay.
And then the writers are like saying it. Like people are going out and saying, "Oh yeah, I wrote on what's the name's new special," or "I write for Chris Rock," or "I write for DL Hughley." Like people are just out saying it now. And it's like, this is kind of nasty. Like they don't even understand that they're hurting the game. No one wants to hear that shit. Cause jokes is like, yo, cause that's joke stealing right there. If I could buy a joke from you, then I don't even care anymore.
That's well,
all right.
yeah,
It kind of goes to the same thing of like music. You know, musicians have writers.
Ghost writers used to be frowned upon. And honestly, it kind of still is. You're not nice if you had a ghost writer. We made a whole separate bar for you. You're an MC now. You're in the Drake, Kanye kind of category. The nice niggas still never had nobody. Like if I heard Nas had someone writing for him, my head will blow up. If I heard Jay-Z had someone writing for him, my head will blow up. Like now, you kind of, you know, I don't know if Chappelle got writers, but it kind of takes away a lot of the mystique from me and the artistry. And honestly, I don't care who's stealing anything anymore because the whole shit is fucking fake. You're not funny if someone wrote your shit for you, dog. We're laughing at you because you're funny.
That's like saying Beyonce is not talented because she has other people
she can
that write
sing
her
a
music.
song, but she's a pop star.
No, but she could write a song too. It just might be a collaborative thing at the moment. It's big business, man.
I don't know about all that.
I'm saying, right? No, she's written.
I think singing is the artistry of singing. Singers are judged by their voice.
That is true.
So
but what
you can have 4 people that do the same covers, and whoever sang that song the best is their song.
Well, okay. I'm just saying that as far as Beyonce is concerned, which we're probably going way far, through her lengthy career, she has accepted written songs. She has written songs herself where she does have her writer's credit. That's the way you make your money. You gotta write.
I think that's a whole other conversation.
It is. But I'm just saying,
because I don't think she really writes. I think she's like,
bro, you have to. You're not an artist and you sit there with a blank head and think of nothing. No. You write. You write.
What do you
music.
mean? No, if you're a singer, your voice is your instrument.
Yeah, you have been in the music business for multiple years, singing songs. You have written songs. You're not there. Nobody just blank. You had to write songs to even get. All right, never mind. Go ahead, guys.
I think it's as fickle. I think it's as fickle as her adding ad-libbing a couple of extra things on the record, and then she gets writer's credit.
Oh God!
Like I don't think it's like, yo, I don't think like her songs with certain people, she sat there and wrote with the person.
Bro,
right?
If you have been in the music, there's no way that you can be a singer and never have written a song. Or written a verse.
I'm not saying she's never written a song. I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about So we don't care about every song. We're talking about her hit records where we know.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's just say Neo wrote a record. Let's say this person wrote a record. That person wrote a record. I don't think she sat there with those people and wrote those records. I think she came in and because there's certain people like even with like Neo records that she gets writers credit.
But with Dream, I think she's collaborative with Dream and the records that Dream has did for. I always believe that they were extremely collaborative.
It's two different sports, though, man. We talking about apples and oranges, man.
I think
we're talking about
comedy,
the art. We're talking about the art of
okay. Go back to comedy
of spoken word. We're talking about poetry. We're talking about comedy. We're talking about rap.
Well, if you know you're filming a special,
right?
If you know you're filming an HBO, Netflix special,
I'm never accepting a joke from another.
Nah, but could you possibly have people work with you along the way to help tighten other comedians that are coming up or whatever to help tighten your vision? If we're talking a Netflix special that you want to live,
I feel like if you feel like you need that, you're not one of the one.
Nah, they do the clubs. They do they work.
What I was thinking about with this whole thing is that would these guys be complaining if they were getting a check based on somebody else using their jokes?
If they were going to come out the woodwork because they got an airport joke or they got a joke about their baby mother or they got a joke. Nah, dog. If no one heard your joke and the nigga did it and flipped it, like
why don't they deserve that though? Why don't they deserve that? Why is their why is their art not protected? Too. Why is it not protected, bro? Like music is protected.
Right.
Everybody else that's a artist in some certain way, their art is protected. You can't rip off a Picasso and draw the same
because
picture
it's not written and it's not set to music. I think.
What do you mean it's not written? It doesn't have to be set to music. It's word. It's spoken word.
But if they said that same thing,
you can't plagiarize a book though.
In the article,
you can't
because it's written.
All right. What's the difference between
there's
being
no
written
record of it happening?
It is. That's what I'm trying to say. If it's record, right? This is what I think should be the criteria. If it is on a special, if it's televised,
right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they have a recording of that person doing that joke.
Yeah.
They should be able to like
that's what
protect
I was saying.
What I was saying. Their content shouldn't be infringed upon.
So with the Cedric Entertainer Cat Williams thing, Cat Williams did the joke about the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Cedric did the joke and he flipped it and he made about a spaceship, right?
Okay.
Right.
That's a what is it? Interpolation is what is it? What's the word? Interpolation. Interpolation.
Yeah,
right?
Right.
All right. So you take the situation with Robin Thicke, T.I., and Pharrell, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had to settle with Marvin Gaye's estate. Now they didn't sample any of his music.
Right.
They said the vibe was just like, I forgot what the record was, right? Right?
So we might get in trouble for singing something like that. Them niggas don't play, boy.
Yeah. So they didn't take his record and sample it. They just made a record that was similar to it, and they still had to pay him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you're doing a interpolation of my content
I'm not saying
or my it doesn't matter. It's better than what I was saying, so it's okay. If you're doing an interpolation of my content or my jokes,
right?
All right, yo, kick back or give me credit. You understand what I'm saying? When you do a report and you write somebody's information or their research, you got to kind of give them credit. You got to cite where you got the information from, right?
Yeah.
So why is their stuff not protected?
Because they didn't do the necessary.
I don't even think I don't think you think there is a entity that protects them and says, yo, you can't use their jokes.
Okay, so I have to do it. When you make a song, you copyright the full thing. You also take the lyrics and you copyright the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wrote however a manuscript of jokes and you have it written down on paper, you can copyright that particular piece of anything.
Okay.
That's available for you. You know what I'm saying? You could write down the thought and you could try to go patent, you can do all those things are available for you.
So that's what they need to do.
But I could only imagine that niggas never even thought about that part of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the business of it. It's when the business gets into play.
So even like a Dice Clay that did those songs, you don't think that he kind of did what's the name on those? He didn't copyright those? Andrew Dice Clay. Hickory dickory dock.
He could have if he had.
Because why wouldn't there be someone on YouTube now just doing it like just acting like he's
I'm pretty sure somebody like Andrew Dice Clay, if he probably is the one to have those things.
Yeah, I think if
you
got that one joke or you got that one, if you got that character and you got these slangs and these, like Larry did the cable guy, get her done and stuff like that. That stuff is copywritten.
That's his gimmick. So that's
people ain't playing with those.
Because I was watching the Art of Dialogue and they were interviewing TK Kirkland and they were showing him actual jokes that like Cedric the Entertainer stole like verbatim from like a comic that didn't really do much, but he took his joke verbatim.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying?
Is he gonna go down as the biggest comic thief?
He's been exposed.
Because up to now it was Carlos Mencia who's been known as the biggest joke thief.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's why he's not around like that.
Yeah. He's just like, he's a known thief.
He was popping at one time.
No, he had a TV show and everything.
Yeah.
And then it was just like the whole industry turned on him because it's like, yo, fam, you using other people's shit. But said, like, we kind of, I always thought Cedric was a little corny. He was never my cup of tea. He was never raunchy enough for me, but I got it. You know what I mean? I understood it. You know what I mean? But to hear now that he's a comic thief,
yeah,
we don't want to see you no more, bro. We kind of good on you, yo.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
know, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, comedy's in an interesting place.
They should start copywriting whatever they have to do. I don't know if you got a copyright, trademark, whatever, or they should have publishing companies that say, yo, all right, you did the special, whatever, all your specials, like from one to whatever.
I think it's gonna hurt the art, though. I feel like it's gonna hurt the art, though. I feel like like with the Marvin Gaye thing. Now, if you have a joke in the same vein as mine, it's just gonna hurt the art. I just feel like, free thinkers, everybody's out there, everybody's doing their thing. The cream rises to the top. I like the sport,
like I told you,
the way it is. Get rid of
there's a lot of
I hate that
you can rap about the same thing. It's what you say when
but
the
beats is different.
No, but like I told you, it's the lyrics too. If I went right now and started spitting half of a Drake verse on a different beat, niggas is gonna nab me. I'm not gonna be able to just be, you know what I mean? I can't get away with that.
Drake on a Derringer beat.
They're gonna be like, listen. I mean, you can clear it, Yeah, it's kind of fire. So 200,000, you can have it. You're like, But all right, I digress. Where y'all going, man? Where y'all going
All right.
Well, we shooting shit.
Yeah, just shooting
shit. Get the show started.
All right. So again, big shout out to everyone tuned in on YouTube and Facebook. If you're on YouTube, by all means, do us a favor, hit the like button, so we can get more people to tap into the conversation. Again, we are drinking Bibb and Tucker Double Char Small Batch Bourbon. All right, this one is actually aged 6 years. It's a 44 ABV, 88 proof, and the special fact about this particular one is because like bourbons and whiskeys are American whiskeys or bourbons are distilled in brand new white oak barrels. They do that process first, and then they do I think a double aging in a charred barrel after.
Nice.
You understand what I'm saying? And then I guess it's aged for 6 years. So that's where it gets its distinct taste.
I like it. This came as a recommendation from KB.
Yeah.
Shout out to KB.
Shout out to KB Booker Solutions on Instagram. He gave us the recommendation for this particular bottle.
Man, he dropped in the group chat. He was like, this is the best bourbon ever.
Yeah. This is
so it comes highly recommended.
Highly recommended.
It is not disappointing. I mean, it's early in the year. I feel like this is the best showing of the year.
Yeah, so far.
So yeah, it's setting the pace.
So as far as the aroma, they say it's a, and I'm reading this from the site. Aroma is a touch of smoke with immediate notes of toasted oak and a dulce de leche. Background notes of cinnamon and clove.
I'm lactose intolerant. What's the leg shake?
So you know the dulce de leche, the cake.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. For the taste, vanilla and sugar maple surrounded with white smoke, hints of sweet corn and toasted cinnamon. And on the finish, it's medium to long finish with oak, white smoke, and vanilla. And what I'm assuming when they're saying white smoke, I'm thinking like a lighter smoke, not a charred smoke, right? Because
Yeah,
charred
'cause I'm
smoke
not
would be a
getting-
black smoke.
Yeah, and I'm not getting any smoke from this. We've had plenty of whiskeys with smoky finishes. I'm not getting any smoke on this.
That's what. Okay, it is. I get what they're saying. It is a slight, right?
Okay.
Now, if we were drinking like something that was like a peated,
All right.
whiskey, or normally scotches might be peated, it would have that real smoky. And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that would be more of like a dark smoke versus a white smoke.
Okay. All
And I think it is a hint of it's not crazy like that, but you can taste the nuances of it.
Yeah, I'm not getting it,
But I'm definitely getting like that's what it is, a sweet corn.
Okay.
Sweet corn I'm getting.
Building. They pulled up on us.
Oh.
Who pulled up? Who got in the building? I can't see the lights and shit.
KB.
Okay, be in the building?
Yeah, Booking Solutions.
What up, my boy? What up, my boy? Oh, pull up, man. Pull up a cup. How you?
My niggas.
Peace. What up, my boy? What up, my boy? We can probably get him set up over
Yeah.
there. Hanging out? All right. In the back, man. You got the mic, all right. Yeah, man. Yeah, so we were just talking about this over here. I'm thinking the comp to this is Basil Hayden. Right.
Go on the mic. Go on the mic over there. Yeah. Take the mic. Take the mic over there. Go on the couch. It's a mic sitting right there.
KB in the building.
Ooh. I can't see shit.
Cheer.
All right.
That one is good. Check.
It's nice. Yeah, so I was saying the comp to me is the Basil Hayden. What are you thinking?
I probably would kind of give you a little of that. I think maybe the Basil Hayden toast.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I had the Basil Hayden toast.
Yeah, we had that one. Yeah.
Nice, right?
Ooh, shit, that
Nice and
shit
toasty.
is,
Right.
but that's the one that put me onto that one.
Feel me?
Quiet
Right.
as
So
kept.
that's kind of where I was. Yeah. All right.
So quiet as kept. My uncle cousin when we were in Orlando, he had the toast, and he put me onto that. I was like, "Ooh, that's crazy." And then we went to damn, what's the joint called?
Total Wine.
Total Wines. I'm glad you fill me in with that one. We went to Total Wines and we were just like sipping multiple joints.
Y'all just working on it, right?
Yeah. Like,
They had the little booth set up in the middle and sure to get niggas right? Yeah.
Bro, we weren't leaving.
I like going there too.
We were there crazy long.
But then it'd be like Toys R Us, because then you get to the aisle and you don't even know what to pick. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. But that
we should
one stuck.
We should do
with
an
me.
episode right in the whiskey aisle of Total Wine.
Total
could definitely
Wines
do that.
is pretty intimidating, bro.
It is intimidating.
You
It's
could
a
definitely do
lot
that.
in there.
It's a lot in there.
You know what I mean?
But
Yeah.
they kind of direct you.
No,
Kinda
they
like-
definitely
I don't
got
even
a
know
lot
where
of
to
help.
in the
start.
right-
I don't even know where to start
direction.
because there'll be so much Irish, so much bourbon.
Yeah,
Then it's just so much, and it's just like
yeah.
I want all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you can kind of whisk through what's like not good and
Mhm.
like what's like, all right, this is
Yeah,
like, because they're gonna try and sell you everything.
Mhm.
right,
Real talk.
right,
They're gonna try and sell you everything.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that they were trying to sell was like, yeah, no, that's not
right.
not
Mhm.
my palate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But that one,
It is nice.
as soon as they hit me with that one, because it's two joints. There's a joint that's it's burnt, and then there's another one that's not burnt. There's
I
another
guess this
one
is
that's
the one that's burnt.
that's the
though.
one that's burnt.
Yeah, this is
That's
the
the one that's
double
burnt.
char
Right,
right
yeah.
here.
yeah. That's the one that's charred
And I was
burnt.
just saying,
and the other one that's not
I
charred
don't really
burnt is
taste
like,
it. Like it's manageable for me.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's
I could do it. Right.
amazing.
What else you been sipping on? What you sip on over the
Um,
holidays?
Regular Degla,
What's your regs?
Jameson.
Jamie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
You still rocking with Jamie?
yeah.
Okay. All right.
that's regular Degla.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mixing any drinks or anything like that in the crib?
You know, it's crazy. I don't ever mix anything.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, people always ask me,
Mhm.
"You want me to put a little bit of juice in your joint? Or you
Not
want me
juice.
to,
Or like maybe like a
Some
little
ginger
ginger
ale?
ale or something.
yeah?" And I'm
You know what I
always
was
like,
doing over the
"Nah,
holidays?
I'm good."
I was putting a little
good.
Disaronno. You know that liquor.
It's like a liqueur, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
I would do like a little ice. I would put a little Disaronno and I would put like a little monkey shoulder or a little something I had in the house. Mix it up, make one for me and wifey. It's like a whiskey, it's like a mixed drink every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I want to make
I'll
that
be
for
honest.
wifey
I'll
every
be
once in a
honest, I
while.
probably need to do that because I drink everything straight.
Right,
Everything is
right,
straight.
right,
Like,
right,
everything is straight. So what
Yeah.
would my life be like if I didn't drink just straight liquor all the time? Like I should venture out and
why not,
figure
man?
out what my life would be like without just straight liquor all the time.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Mhm.
man. Yeah, man. So we're enjoying this, man. We're
Yeah.
enjoying this so far. Happy to have you, KB.
Yeah, man.
You know what time to pull up, though. Like this is the perfect time to come. You would have been here 9:30, mad as fuck, nigga.
Yo, listen, no, you know what's crazy?
What up?
Here's the craziest shit. I had a meeting in Oceanside.
Nice.
I pulled up at Oceanside, met up with this dude. We sat, kicked it for a little bit, and it was like 10:45, right? And I like my brain be on like autopilot. I don't even be thinking, bro. Like I just boom, set out straight to go home.
Okay.
I literally got on it's my wife calling right now.
Mm.
I
She's like, "You on the show?"
literally got on my exit, got off my exit, started going home. And I was like, oh shit. I called Corey. Corey didn't tell you, all right?
No, he told us. He told us. Yeah.
I told you guys I got here.
You a snitcher.
I told him I missed your call. I saw.
So
I
I told-
earlier.
I told Fame, I was like, yo, I'm gonna pull up later on. And then I was like, damn, I can't tell these dudes I'm gonna pull up and then I pull up. I literally made a U-turn as
Wow.
I got off the exit and went back on the Southern State to come back out
Wow.
here
Now you're here,
Wow.
my boy.
over exit 37.
Oh, you went. You got bro.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I was
Y'all have to see me
already
next
home.
time. I did.
I was
Yeah,
already,
I ain't doing all that.
already home. And the crazy thing is, my wife is calling me right now because
She was
I
expecting you?
called her. No. When I was on the exit, I called her and I was like, let me call her to see if she wants me or needs me to be
Mhm.
here right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
She didn't answer.
Mhm.
So I was like,
That was the answer. Right?
Okay. So
that
that was it.
We sipping.
Wow.
That's
Yep.
what's up.
That was it.
Nah, man. Welcome, my boy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So they're getting the show, man. Let's get it cracking, yo.
Was
Yeah,
good.
right on time.
So wait. So I guess where we starting first, man?
What's up, the country way?
All right, we're gonna start with the country way.
Yeah, get it cracking.
All right.
All right. Whatever you got lined up. Whatever. Let's start with Umar. Well, Umar's right there.
She has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have emotionally damaged people are always sexually promiscuous. Let me say this again. If you are traumatized, if you are emotionally damaged, you are promiscuous. And do you want to know why?
Why is that?
Emotionally traumatized people require constant validation from others. You married to a woman who's been traumatized, abuse, abandonment, whatever. When you're not around her for too many days, she has to entertain another man because her trauma dictates constant validation. And constant validation means I must have a man in my personal space. You ever date a woman who was crazy about you? She absolutely loved you, so you thought. It was really addiction.
Yeah.
When you finally let her go, when you finally got her to stop stalking you, she ended up with another man like that. And your ego took a hit. You said, wait a minute. I know that woman was crazy about me. Climbed in my window, came to my... You understand? She was... She was crazy about your presence in her life. And the minute you distanced yourself from her life, she found a replacement without a problem. Emotionally damaged people are promiscuous because they cannot go without constant validation.
They need that validation.
They need it. Most of our promiscuous women are damaged women. They're not having sex because they love having sex. They're having sex because they have learned this is the only way I can get a man's attention.
You going first.
I'm going first.
Don't even look at me.
GB,
what you think? Nah, nigga, you.
Do I agree? Do I disagree? I agree with the not where he started, but sort of where he finished. Because
where you start?
He started with emotionally damaged people or are sexually promiscuous. And then at the end, he said that most of our promiscuous women are emotionally damaged. And when you think about it, it's like semantics, but he's saying something different in a sense, right? Just because you have emotional damage doesn't mean the way you react or the way you quote unquote lash out based on that trauma is not always sexual. You could be an alcoholic. You could be a drug addict. You know, it is some form of addiction, but some people might choose sex.
Yeah.
But everybody is not, it's not always sexual. Now, do I believe that all the promiscuous people have emotional damage? I do believe that. I believe that to be.
Say that one more time.
Every sexually promiscuous person has some emotional damage.
That's an overstatement, but all right.
What do you mean it's an overstatement?
Some people just hoes because they want to.
Nah, I don't believe that.
I don't know. I feel like this is a cop out. I feel like Dr. Umar is giving them a cop out. There ain't nothing wrong with them. They ain't emotionally damaged. And how do you even quantify that? How do you even quantify emotional damage? What? Someone yelled at you when you were 6 and now you're emotionally damaged? Like,
no, you got touched.
Or what? Well, that's on the spectrum now.
Man.
You could be
but
touched.
that's what Ron is talking about. Ron is talking about not just
every hoe got touched.
I don't know if you always had to be. You don't necessarily have to be touched. You could just
fingered.
Well, and then it goes both ways. It goes men and women. Men go through too. Men go through phases at times where they get knocking things down. Ain't nothing wrong with a lot of dudes. Like, ain't nothing wrong. They just want to do it. I think it's a
Mm.
cop out for bad behavior. People make bad
I think there's no.
decisions,
Okay,
and
hold
I feel
on.
like
because this is a great conversation for sexuality in general. In general, so you feel like for you to be over promiscuous is just a regular thing in general?
yeah,
Like-
I feel like regular people sometimes go through phases, men and women, where they're
We're not-
coming into their own,
Well, I think
and they
that's-
have a.
I think that is a key word. Phase.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
So when you
you're gonna
quantify
you're gonna go
sexual-
through a phase and then you're gonna break out of it.
Exactly.
There's certain people that just keep on going.
Exactly.
Going and going.
So how long do they keep going? Like how
For
long do they
life.
keep going?
They
Okay.
are sexually promiscuous for life.
I think we're moving the goalposts a little bit, but okay.
How?
So we're talking about the longevity of how long they're sexually.
As long
Promiscuous?
as long as you've been having sex, if you've been sexually promiscuous,
Yeah.
that's the life
If
cycle
you
of
knock
your
down,
sexual
if
history.
you had sex with 100 people in a summer, or you had 100 sex with 100 people in 10 years, it's still a lot of people.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the spot? One is a
No,
phase.
wait, no.
If you had sex with 100 people in one
Come
summer,
on, bro.
you had a phase, right?
No.
So now it's the time.
G Block, you
What?
gotta be completely honest with yourself.
Please.
If you're doing the same things when you're 19 and 21 years old, and then at 40 and 41, 42 years old, at some point it's like, yeah, nigga, you're not doing the right things. Like, come on. At 19 and 20 years old, you are trying to knock down everything. Your penis is the pedestal. It is
so
what
that's
it's
allowed.
supposed to be sitting on. Like,
Okay.
that's it. But once you get to 40, 38, 40, 41, it's kind of like, all right, yo, what can I settle with? You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Most
am I doing?
humans, most healthy humans, mature and they kind of learn their self-worth, and they cut it out by then.
Yeah.
I think so. Like
So
around
you're
like
saying that it's
30
a
to
decision.
35.
So you're saying to be sexual promiscuous is a decision at 19 and 20. It's just poor decision making. It's part of immaturity. So why is he giving that a cop out to some kind of mental problem?
All right.
It's a cop
Let's
out.
okay. Let's
Because
wait.
if
No.
If
Let's
you're,
be,
if you're
hold on,
immature at 19 and 20 and you're still immature, listen, I'm not saying that people don't have problems. Like, yes,
Mhm.
I do feel like the majority of people who are sexual promiscuous have had some kind of trauma to them,
Mhm.
usually in their younger years. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But there are people who have sexual traumas that regress and they don't have sex at all. And honestly, like I just feel like it's a cop out.
First off, I'm not saying that everything has to be sexual trauma.
Okay.
I think if you live an alternative lifestyle, I think majority of people that live alternative sexual lifestyles,
What's that?
they may have had sexual trauma, right?
But
now,
What's
now-
that? What's that?
we're not gonna go
What's the
deep into that.
alternative
We're
lifestyle?
gonna stay right there. But when it
Corey.
comes to
Yo, fam, what's the alternative lifestyle?
when it comes to
Man, you the third mic now, baby. I can stay here in the shadows. Okay.
I don't know what this man talking about.
I'm officially checked out. I just
Man.
make sure the audio's good.
yo, when we're talking about just promiscuity,
Mhm.
it could be somebody that doesn't have their mother in their life or their father in their life, and they've always seek the validation of a parent, and they're like, yo, you know what, I'm going to date older men or older women, and I'm gonna, because I never got love from my mother or my father. It doesn't necessarily mean somebody touched them, but that's how they can act out, or they never felt like they were loved.
Daddy issues, or
Yeah, their household,
like they were loved.
yeah.
Like you said, like how we started. There's a spectrum to this.
Definitely a spectrum.
Yeah,
definitely a spectrum.
So it could have been
but
like,
it's-
yo, in 7th grade, my girlfriend cheated on me, so now I'm just gonna never commit to a girl, and I'm gonna cheat, and I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? Can that be trauma
you
too?
learn life.
that doesn't mean you're
learn
sexually
life, bro.
promiscuous though.
No, if you become sexual promiscuous because of that.
I don't see that happening.
Nah,
I don't believe that. I don't
honestly,
believe that to
I
happen.
think certain things you learn life from, and certain things that like it really should. Well, it really could be that those major things are the things that hang over your head. I don't see someone having a relationship when they're in 7th grade and that relationship failing and then being like, "Oh, I'm gonna be this way."
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's not gonna do it.
But if there should be certain things, or there usually are certain things that will have that person, female, male, whoever, that hang on to it, and it's usually something very personal, and it's usually not one time.
Yeah,
And it's usually multiple times, and it's usually not, you know what I'm saying, not personal. When I say personal, it's usually not something that comes from someone that you don't know.
So what about people who have sex commercially? People who do OnlyFans, people who prostitutes, escorts.
That's what I was
in
going
like the sex kind of world.
Oh, they're mentally retarded.
I believe all
Welcome
those
back.
I believe all those people have emotional damage. Anybody that does sex work, I think they've had some form of emotional damage.
Yes. I believe anybody that is doing sex work, in some point, in somewhere, they have emotional trauma that they have not dealt with, and they either need to deal with, or they're not needing to deal with, and they're profiting from their damage of their emotions. Real shit.
So Lisa Ray's character in Players Club, Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
If you could think back, right? She had emotional damage.
She's a character. GB. She's
well. First off,
she's
not
real.
Wait. If we're gonna be completely honest with this situation,
wait. KB, hold on one second. Think about all the girls that
because I'm playing into his thing.
All right, think about all the girls that you went to school with, that you would
name their names
that you would put in a certain category.
Name their names, EB.
I think you could probably pinpoint some defining moment in that girl's life that you heard about. You heard about, like, yo, I heard this, I heard that. There's usually when it's a chick that's sexually promiscuous, it's always a story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's just like,
no,
nah, she getting it cracking and everybody
wait,
running like.
Does start with a G? Does start with an I? Does start with an A? Come on now.
No, I don't know what the hell you
I don't know what the fuck you said.
You know my name still? Nah, what are you talking about? So what? In high school, when you would hear like a girl as a hoe, you would hear a story behind it, like something emotionally happened to her.
There was always a story.
Even okay, let's take it a step further. Hold on, KB.
Can I get a for instance?
Wait. Have you ever thought about a chick that was quote unquote a hoe, right?
Yeah.
And you like, yo, what's up with her? What happened with her? Yo, somebody touched her or something? Like, what's going on? Like, you think like, yo,
I didn't think like that. Honestly, I've never asked
GB,
that question
come on,
ever in my life.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
I've never. I
don't
swear,
do that to
I've
me.
never asked that question ever in my life.
I'll be completely honest.
My brain didn't even start registering that those two things until
Ron is going forward with this a little bit much. When I was.
You're thinking with adult brain.
I was just thinking about the pussy.
I didn't even correlate.
I thought about it later on. Like, oh shit! Like
even
no issues.
Even later on, right? When you matured a little bit, you like, yo, I wonder why she don't seem like she even is that sexual. It's like, yo, why she?
No, when your brain matured, you kind of thought about it. But the only story that you would hear is like, all you gotta say is that you go with her and she'll let you smash that afternoon. Like it was never like, yo, I heard you got touched with you. Like it was never no weird shit like that. Like that's the, you know what I mean? I think that's.
I think people
I
wonder.
think
I think people
that her
wonder.
father is fucking her. Wait, what?
I hate that.
So
you're
we
here,
should
yo.
do this?
Yo,
Like, so maybe we shouldn't do this, right, guys? Notice I said, notice I said guys. Notice I said guys, not just me. look, not just me, guys.
Again. To cleanse the palate. Yeah, I don't know, dog. Yeah, I mean that's kind of what you were saying, though.
What?
What he said.
Yo, bro.
We never asked that. That was never a thing. No one ever thought that.
I'm not saying you're gonna go ask the girl like, "Yo, what happened? What's going on in your life? And why are you doing this?" Like, no, you're not gonna do that and have you're not gonna have a counseling. You're not gonna have a counseling session with the girl before you sleep with her. But it's like, yo, after you be like, yo, guys have wondered, like, yo, why is she fucking everybody?
No, they haven't. Like, guys, I don't know. When you're younger, you can think either you're the man.
You never been curious about a girl like, yo, damn, she fucking everybody. Like, what's us
with
like,
adult brain, maybe, but not as a kid. No, I mean not as a not in high school, not in college, not in.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Or
I'm not gonna hold you.
Hold on, KB. Hold on.
The head on the pillow and the fucking. Yeah, so let me ask you. So, what have you been through?
That's so weird. After reap the benefits.
After you popped off. What have you been through?
The after conversations with other dudes and shit. Like, yo, there's a situation where it's like, yo, wow, she did all that. She let niggas do all that to her?
Yeah.
What you think is up with her?
No, it's never what you think is up with her. It be like, pew! Whoever wasn't down is gone. I don't think there's never been a powwow about.
I think that's my adult brain. That definitely ain't my 22-year-old brain.
I've had conversations. I had conversations where it's like, yo, later on down the line, it's like, yo, why you think she was like that?
Down the line, yeah. If we're trying to
this is what I'm trying to say.
Monday morning quarterback.
I'm not saying as a teenager you're
sitting there
trying to.
Nigga, come on now.
Like, yo, when that's why I said when you mature a little bit, you be like, yo, why the fuck was she doing that? Like, at the moment, you a horny teenager and you like, girl, she giving me some, so I'm gonna take it. But after a while, you be like, yo, later on down the line, you be like, yo, why? Like, why she did that?
I got to tell, you know what I mean? And it varies from wasn't getting enough attention from the opposite, sex, and that was the only way to get attention. But we could still never really know what's going on in someone's household or in their mind, honestly. And he didn't say sexual abuse. He said mental. Like he was
I don't think it has to always be sexual abuse. It could be.
I think it's a cop out. I think to wrap up my thoughts on it, I feel like
it's cause and effect.
I feel like it's a lack of accountability for bad decision making. I feel like you're giving someone a diagnosis that has a broad spectrum, and you're just giving them an out for bad decision making. There are some people who have lack of self-esteem, lack of attention, they're like abandonment issues. People have all kind of issues, and there's some people who just for the streets, yo.
You got to give me some context of somebody that's just for the streets.
They just don't want to. I mean,
hold on. No. You got to say names.
Now.
No, you got to say names.
Shit, Country Wayne.
Country Wayne just from the streets.
I think he just for the streets. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that boy. I think he just. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, we can get there.
No.
Hold on.
Why you feel like he's for the streets?
He's just glorifying everything that he's doing. I didn't watch the whole interview. We're gonna react to a couple of things, but he just sounds like he has a method for what he wants to do. This is what he wants to do. He has the money to do it. He just doesn't really want to commit to any woman. He's saying. I mean, we're gonna react to it. I don't want to.
All right. Even though he could. he could kind of bring humor to his situation.
Of course.
But we're not
It's a
gonna
big
really
tongue in
know.
cheek.
Like, it doesn't mean just because he has he has a lot of baby moms and all that shit, like a lot of kids and shit, right?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he got touched or anything like that. But it could be something in the sense of like, him wanting to impregnate a ton of women and shit like that and spread his seed all around. Why he does that? It could be a defining moment or a traumatic moment in his life.
Or maybe he just got the money to do what he want to do. Maybe that's just what he want to do.
I think he's been doing that before.
Can we be completely honest? Money only brings out what
enhances what you are already.
Enhances exactly what you are, what you want to be already. So for him, he can say all this. I think everything about him is BS. Complete bullshit. Like real shit. Like I think, because if you're gonna really be a man of God, you want a woman that's going to walk with you and be with you and be with one woman, and you're going to want that. That's what a man of God wants. Like real talk. Like we're not even gonna hold all the other extra BS that he says, but if you are talking the talk that he talks with the Jesus and popping chain and all this other BS that he has, bro, you want to have a main woman that you want on your side. That's it. And everything he's saying. That's why I don't believe in the BS. Because at the end of the day, you have this money and you have it, and you're talking about everything else but a monogamous relationship. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that boy. I think he just doing what he want to do.
We'll get to him.
Okay.
But how would you even know though? You understand?
I don't know.
Because you said it's a spectrum, right? So you got people that are extreme. If he said,
saying it's a spectrum isn't validating it by any means. Saying that it's
no.
It's definitely saying that it's a load of bullshit.
No, what I'm saying is that it's not like he's saying like, I sell my back pockets for money. You understand what I'm saying? I do whatever, I'm just whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be like blatant, like what happened in your life, right? And don't act like you don't, like when you see something that's like out of the ordinary, you don't say this like, all right, you don't question it. Like, what happened to that person? That's the first question people ask when there's something off about somebody, or it's like, when you question somebody's behavior, you be like, what happened to that person? That's the first thing you ask. So we assume that there's some emotional damage going on with people that do stuff that's out of the ordinary.
We don't.
Right?
We don't.
We do. You're trying to act like we don't, but we do.
Well, he's saying that he doesn't.
He does.
He just thinks that everybody is regular. That's fucking retarded.
I'm not saying everybody. I'm just saying like
everybody that does all this retarded
put a number
shit
on it, I would say 70-30. 70%
like
of people.
You really like. Let me be completely honest with you. You think there's somebody like Sukiana that gets on, does weird shit, like that's just
something happened to that girl. Yeah.
Something happened to her.
Something happened to that girl.
Sexy Red. Something happened to her.
I don't think nothing happened.
Nah, something happened to her.
I think Sexy Red is
she's half retarded.
I think she's getting her back, yo.
Nah, she's half retarded.
I don't think we can use that word.
Yeah.
I said half retarded. I didn't say she retarded.
Not even. Let's not even use it. Let's not even use that word. But
she's half demented.
So even growing up a certain way, right? Whether your environment could be destitute.
So being poor is a
that
mental.
Could be traumatic.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. So yeah, we can move on.
All right, bro.
Right.
You're a sheltered suburban kid, right? So
wall carpeting, pool in the backyard, color TV.
My boy said wall carpeting.
So
my foot ain't touch your bare floor.
I ain't never had a chill on my back from no oil.
No.
Stop it.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't know what these people are going through. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on in the hood of St.
So
Louis.
now nothing happens to affluent people. Nothing happens to people with means.
We talking about first world problems, and
So people from the first world don't get touched.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's a spectrum. We could just go. We could do this all night. We could do back and forth all night playing semantics. This is all it is. It's a semantics game.
Corey, cool.
I think some people have problems,
Mm-hmm.
and I think there is a formidable number of people even today where shame is casted out, that people just do what they want to do and they choose to be the way that they are.
Okay. We got comments.
We had Michelle Rose saying, well, this is way back as far as the stand-up jokes she had one. And then now,
okay.
later she said Ron cared too deeply about their issues.
I do care.
You know, so
I
that was.
You gotta protect the art. You gotta protect the art.
I commented
What
back.
was that?
I
What
commented
was
back.
that
We're
from?
into the social sciences.
I care.
I care. We care.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Where we going next? I would like to go to. I think that's the.
All right, we can finish off with that.
That's
a plan.
That's the finishing point.
Have a plan. Yeah, right there.
When you make a plan. The list of things that are hot for women has a great job that he's passionate about. Is tall and confident in who he is as a person. Makes plans.
Yeah.
Makes plans might trump all those other
Or
things.
is down to do my plans.
That's not hot.
You don't think that's hot?
That's beta bull.
Okay. How is it beta?
It's nice. They appreciate it, but they clock. They love plans. Women so much that they clock when you're just going along with their plans. If you throw out a plan for them, that's when they go to the group chat that they're on with the girls and say, I can't Friday nights. I'm busy. Mark made a reservation for us to go to the aquarium and then to this beautiful dinner. And the girls go, we didn't even ask you what you're doing, but oh my God, congratulations.
Man with a plan.
The man with the plan. I love that. The app that should be next to Hinge and Bumble should be Resi.
Yeah.
That should be all in the same category.
I don't know. I kind of when I watched it that time, you know what I was thinking? You know, the first thing I thought is that maybe the app Resi is paying him to do content to promote the app. Because when it comes to this, we had a discussion about having a plan for your relationship, for your marriage, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking about as far as the dating sphere.
Yeah. Vetting.
If you a ill nigga, you don't gotta plan shit. If she into you, she's gonna be into the spontaneous. Like if you just say, yo,
Ron, can I be honest with you though?
Yes, of course, all the time.
Why are we listening to a gay dude telling us how to date single women?
You got that vibe too, right?
That's crazy. No. He's clearly gay. I don't care what anybody says. He's clearly gay. So why are we listening to a gay dude telling us how to date women?
Don't they know more about women?
He feels like he can think like a woman, right?
Yeah, okay.
He thinks more like a woman than think like a man, right?
All right.
But if a chick really digs you, you really don't have to plan. Now,
right? You sound crazy.
Nah, you don't.
I don't think so.
You go off.
You go off. What that look like? You're just gonna go and just drive around and wait for shit to close or open. Like you didn't even check what time the spot.
I think the spontaneousness of a dope first date is what gravitates you towards the person that you're with. I really think it is. Every date that I've been on that was like just spontaneous, even with my wife, like our first date was like, yo, I'm just gonna meet you over here. And then we ended up meeting over there, wherever the fuck it was. I can't remember what it was. And then going to the beach and then driving to the beach and then just hanging out at the beach.
I was just about to say that.
Like that was
Every
just
first date that's not planned
random.
always ends up at the beach. Because that's the
Yeah.
only shit that's open
If
24
it's
hours.
not- if
I
it's
was
not-
literally
if it's
just
not
about to say
December,
that. Not the
look,
know what I
if
mean?
it's not December, then yeah.
Yeah.
Every date that goes unplanned ends up with a bottle of Hennessy at the beach. You know
He
what I
said
mean?
a bottle of Hennessy.
My first date with my wife was
Bottle of Hennessy at the beach. That gotta be a beam. That gotta be a beam somewhere. Yo, a bottle of Hennessy at the beach.
Yo, we went to Footprints in Brooklyn.
Mhm.
She lived in Queens. We dropped her car off in Queens and she came back. So we headed back towards Queens. We went to a pool hall on Steinway, and then we ended up at a bar under it, and then I dropped it back at her car. But it started off with a reservation.
Mhm.
So I feel like, and I'm here. You know what I mean? All these years later, I'm still
Okay,
around.
all right.
I'm still employed.
Well, this
No.
is this is
No,
this is
we get
what this.
But
is
did you plan it?
I planned it. I made a reservation.
Okay.
You didn't
All
plan all that.
No, I didn't plan the other stuff. But
All
the
right,
other
so
stuff
stop
flowed.
it.
No, but I planned to pick her up from a designated spot. She was going to drive with
so
me.
you didn't plan the whole
I made a
date.
reservation. There is a little bit of improv that
No.
does go into
No.
a date. But I feel like you should start off with a
No. No. Okay. This is what I'm saying. Even
plan
if you,
is we
even,
gonna meet up.
hold on, KB. Even if you plan, and this is a word of advice to all the guys dating. Even if you plan everything from A to Z, you act as if you're being spontaneous.
100%.
You could know exactly what you're gonna do from this time to that time, what you're gonna do first, next, and last, or whatever.
Mhm.
You don't let her know that. If she thinks you just came off with an ill ass date off the cuff, you look way iller than you do to say, yo, we're doing this, and you're super rigid and structured, bro.
Yeah, you look a Poindexter. You look,
Exactly.
if you're like, oh,
Exactly.
we have to leave. We have, you know what I mean? Like, go with the flow. Like, act like you that dude.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Act like you're a man of the town. You know.
First of all, Poindexter was cool as shit, but whatever.
Yo, this dude talking about
You have to hurry up with dessert. We have to be at you know what I mean? You don't want to do all that, but you want to try to, you know,
You have to be
wanna,
out of here in 2.5 seconds.
Exactly.
yo, this dude talking about, yo, let her know in advance. No, if she really likes you like that, you could pull up whenever. Like, yo, what you doing? All right, I'm pulling up right now. We're gonna go out.
I think this is great advice.
You could what? That he said what he said?
Mhm.
Okay. You pull up. If she dig you, she gonna be ready. You could have everything planned out in your head. You could already made reservations.
There is
Whatever.
a
I don't know. You know
difference.
where you're going or whatever. You just don't let her know. Because
Such a difference, yo.
what do people do as time goes by? They get complacent. They get people get bored.
Mhm.
They get, it gets boring because it's like, it's a routine.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
And women crave spontaneity.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? You give that shit from the beginning.
Right.
You don't have to let her know that, yo, I know exactly what we're gonna do from point A to point B.
Yeah.
You act like everything is spontaneous.
So you're saying have a plan, just don't share your plan.
Don't share your plan.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Until it's time to, unless it's, something
he's telling them to, yo, so she letting everybody know in the group chat that, yo, I can't do this, that, and the third. No, if she really likes you, if she fucks with you like the long way,
Mhm.
it's not gonna matter. You don't gotta plan shit because she like you.
So we're all married men in here. When we proposed to our wives, did we make sure that her nails were done?
No.
Oh, okay. Is this me? No.
What?
It's a me thing, I guess. I don't know. Because I knew that she would want to take a picture of it and send it to her peoples. So I, made sure that's the plan. Like, okay, yo, make sure you have your nails done. Here's some money. Have a date. You know what I mean? Before you put the ring that you put.
Oh, but you didn't.
Matt-
You didn't say I'm gonna propose to you, so I need you to
So
get your nails
put the
done.
ring.
No, I made sure that I had a plan in my head that to have her nails
What
done.
year
So
are we living
Okay,
in?
so
You know.
you knew the plan.
What year are we living
She
in?
don't know the plan.
Yeah.
All right. This is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No.
You could know you got the plan.
So
she don't
we're in
need to know.
agreement. Okay. All right.
Because a woman, like, yo, if you just say, yo, don't worry about nothing, come through.
Mm.
Don't worry about nothing. I got you.
Yeah.
That's what women want, man. Take their hands off the wheel. You gonna handle everything? I don't got to make the reservation. Yeah, you good. Come on.
KB, thoughts?
What year we living in? What you talking
24,
about?
baby.
All right, so listen,
In the future.
you, shit. I goddamn proposed to my wife. I had the baby. I told her take the baby. Take the baby. Here, take the baby.
It's like a plan to me.
Then I got on my knee. I said, yo, listen, I want to marry you. You want me? I want you. And she was like, all right. And I gave her the ring.
Mm.
Her nails were not done.
Okay.
And I said, listen, go get your nails done next week. Take a picture and send it to your friends.
Right?
Wow.
Okay,
Like
dude.
we in what year we in right now? Like, come on now. And that was shit. That was a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not telling you to go get your nails done. Listen, we can digitally we can digitally work up your nails if that's what your issue is.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
We'll work on it. We'll
Well,
work
let's move
on it,
it.
Jack.
Well, like you said, what year are we in? So let's move it further into the future. Is a man with a plan early indicative to a leader in a relationship?
Yeah, because the way I feel, in my opinion, most men, they already have a plan. Like if you're a certain type of dude, you already have a plan. You just haven't found the woman to implement inside of the plan that you already have,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
And I think men that want to be married or want to have a family, they make steps in order to prepare for that prior to,
Yeah.
right? If you're making a plan, you have preparation prior to, even if you don't have the wife, you don't have the kids as of yet, you're trying to already set up the structure for that to come to fruition.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So,
And when you get together, then it just flows. Like, yo, boom.
yeah.
This is how we're gonna do it. This is mostly how we're gonna, well, I'll take your input, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, but this is the framework.
Exactly. You
for
have the
what
framework.
we got set up for us.
Yeah, you have the framework.
And I feel like if I was giving advice to a younger woman who was dating, I would tell her to trend towards men who make plans for their first date.
Okay.
Nah?
Okay.
I ain't say shit.
I heard you scoff.
Yo.
So
My question to you is this.
Go ahead,
You
go
feel like women are drawn to men that
pre-planned.
are like, pre-planners?
Everybody, men are drawn to men that are planners. Men get into business with men with the plan. If you didn't have a plan for cigars and whiskey, I wouldn't be here.
I get what you're saying.
Everybody likes the man with the plan. Everybody respects the man with the plan. The man who meanders and is inconsistent and
No.
you know what I mean?
Now
Nobody
you're
wants to be around that guy.
You're missing it, GB. You're missing it a lot, actually.
Please.
So it's not
Get me back on focus.
It's
I'm
not.
right here.
It's not the man with the plan. It's the man that executes the plan. Everybody could have a plan, but it's the man that actually follows through and executes his plan. And a lot of the time, you don't meet a lot
Not
of men.
all plans go through, Kyle.
No.
We know
Listen to what I'm
I
saying.
think the start is just to at least have the plan.
But you have to have it, but you have to execute it. So you have to fully follow through with the plan that you have.
Well, that's later on down the line. Like, hopefully that everybody will stay together and everybody will be good. But I feel like what gets people into the door and what people gets people into the seats and what get people to actually align with you
is the talk
is to at least have a plan.
Is the talk of the
at least
plan.
have a plan.
The talk of the plan.
Well, even the talk of the plan is better than not having a plan.
So having everybody come through and you saying, "Yo, listen, this is what I'm gonna do," and you gotta look at my hands because it's.
Oh, I
about
see
to-
your hand, baby. hand is
This is what I do.
Yeah, I see you.
I'm gonna put everybody in the seats. Get everybody
you got
in the
a little
seats.
Kermit the Frog.
but really and truly, what is a plan without the execution? It's really nothing.
I feel like that's the second step.
And
But
that's what
right
that's
now
what
we're
it
on
is.
step one.
You're right. You're right.
If
You're right.
you got two, if
I'm
you
not
got
taking
two,
away from you.
if you got two people that actually execute, right? I think people will be more drawn to the person that's like that. It comes like less rigid and more, let's say, naturally, where it's not where it seems like it's effortless, right?
Well, you want it to look like that, but that's part of the plan, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
no one's arguing with you that. Everybody wants to be the Fonzie. Everybody wants to be the Fonzie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody wants to walk in. Hey,
and everything works out, right? So that doesn't mean like, all right, that person doesn't necessarily plan. Are they rigid in the sense of like, we're gonna do this, that, that, and the third, right?
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't enjoy that, especially women, right?
Yeah.
A lot of times women, they want excitement, right? Even if a guy has a plan and he does have a structure, but he's not letting her know. If she trusts that dude, she's gonna follow regardless. If she likes him and then he commands a sense of like leadership, they're gonna follow. And then she's going to be even more attractive when it's like, yo, it's just like, I don't know what shit just works out. But she don't know that he planned all that shit.
Even if the plan is, okay, we're gonna go to dinner, and I know this spot, this location is kind of rocking till like 3, 4 in the morning. So if dinner goes well and we want to keep the night going, we're gonna head over there. It could just be that loose. It doesn't have to be like to the T. It could just be a plan.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I mean? So you're not in a parking lot. You know what I mean?
Another thing is this, right? This is another jewel for guys that are dating. That whole structure thing, right? Usually, if you're too rigid or too structured, nothing goes perfect. What if something goes wrong? And those are the guys that if something goes wrong within those plans,
Kaboom.
they don't know how to pivot or know how to
malfunction. J5.
So you need someone that's able to think quick on their feet. You understand what I'm saying? That's able to pivot. Like, all right, yo, this happened.
Absolutely.
You got to figure out a plan B, plan C, or whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right. We got one more other one.
We got two more. Let's. You want to go with the godly thing or the?
Oh yeah.
Or the
go with the godly thing.
Okay. The first, that one. No, not with the red shirt. The other one.
Very important to us. One particular day, my husband was late, and I could feel myself getting a little bit like, you're late. And Holy Spirit said, when he comes in this house, you make a choice of how you're going to greet this man. Holy Spirit says, because you have no idea the things he's had to fight today. So even though you don't know why he's late, when he walks in this house, you greet him like the king he is. Then I hear the door turn, the key coming, and Holy Spirit said, it's almost time. When he comes in this house, you decide if you are going to be the type of woman who brings life or you bring a knife. So he walked in and I greeted him. I hugged him. I let him know I was so happy to see him. And he just melted in my arms. He said, let me tell you what happened today, what I've had to deal with. And it broke me down because there's a scripture, Proverbs 31:11. It says, the heart of her husband safely trusts her. When you endeavor to be a woman who follows the Holy Spirit will teach you how to love, how to be safe, how to be nurturing, and how to be the type of woman where a man comes home and he knows I fought out there, but I never have to fight in here. I'm home.
Amen.
Like, how you gonna feel?
Be his life, not the knife.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Bring him life, not the knife.
I feel like it's Praise God. But I think she capping.
Really?
Yeah.
Man,
If you listen to what she's saying,
Yeah.
Nah, she's not capping. She
I don't think
just
she's capping at all.
here's the thing. She's heavily delusional, and her husband has given her that delusion that she has to be like that.
What you mean?
What?
So there's
My
there's no
guy.
chance that she
Yeah,
cares that much.
Listen,
Zero chance, Ron. She cares that much.
it's not about her caring. I
Oh,
think
oh,
that
oh.
she does care. Honestly, from what I'm just letting y'all know what I got from what I listened to. What I got is this is a woman that heavily relies on her husband. She can't do a goddamn thing without him. And she has to make sure that he's good when he comes home. If he's not good when he comes home, it's hell to pay.
What got you there though?
What got me there?
Yeah, how you get there?
Is the way she talking. I got to make sure that when he comes home,
No, I think it started off with she was saying that they had plans for dinner at a certain time. He was running late, hadn't communicated with her. She wanted to have an attitude, but I think, God or whatever scriptures that she had read had told her to calm down, and it's not that big of a deal. And she adds more value into her husband's life, being positive instead of being negative. And why spoil the whole night just for your feelings in this one little moment right here? Like, there's a bigger plan. I feel like what I got from this was that, religion, isn't for everybody, but sometimes you need the belief in God to make you a better person.
Yeah, religion.
Because I felt like she was like a bad person at first. Why would you have an attitude? Because if someone that you love was coming home late.
That's why I'm saying it's cap. Like, yo, you said in the first thing, like, this is important to us or whatever. Like, evidently, this doesn't happen that often, right? But you're upset the first time, like, like, all right, you guys are in church and all that, the Bible, all that good shit, right?
Right. Hey,
your husband comes home late one day from work. Should I, bring life or should I bring a knife? Like, why is it that serious? Right? Are you that holy, or are you capping? You got to read the scripture.
Human. I think she's human.
All right, you could be human, but you're acting as if like I'm with Christ, and
you could be
how
also not be savage. Also,
of course not,
because like you saying she's human just because she's talking about a knife. Like, come on now, you got to go that far. That's savage.
Exactly. And I
think people go far. I mean, women go far in that aspect of things.
All right, church people, they talk about the Bible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much more righteous than you. I'm kind of better than you. I don't get mad like you. I won't do the ratchet shit that you do. But you're upset because your husband, he comes home late one time. The way she's explaining it is if this is not a regular thing. He don't come home late all the time.
Right.
So it's like, your first instinct is to get upset.
Not even women would. Some women would.
No, right? This is where there's a miscommunication in the emotions. Why are you not worried if he doesn't come home late? You should be worried more than upset. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I think it's a curated video to like give the word and everything, all that good shit. Right?
Yeah, I think it's an important message, honestly.
No.
I feel like no matter how you feel like you're gonna get there, I feel like women need to hear that.
You're absolutely right. So, all right, throw that out the window right now.
Right.
It would be ill if people cared for their significant other or value their significant other that much where they felt like that. You understand what I'm saying? The point that she was trying to get to. But I don't know if people value their partners that much, right? I think
to want to have them in a good mood, to want them to be good and want them. All right,
You have to say no.
Let's think
Wait,
about what
hold.
dudes get upset about.
All right. So what I'm saying is that to just negate your feelings for the feeling of someone else,
right,
your significant other, it's hard to do that. Women, especially, I believe.
Well, they're more emotional.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So for a woman to say, "Yo, you know what? I'm upset, but let me not worry about how upset I am. Let me figure out how he's feeling."
Well, that's what
that does take a lot.
That's their power. We all grew up hearing of the term the doghouse. The man is in the doghouse, right? Whenever the man upsets his wife, he's in the doghouse. He's automatically in the shitter. So it could be anything as small from coming home late for dinner or sleeping with the secretary. You know what I mean? He's in the doghouse. Like, men just kind of always know that we are to cater to the woman's feelings.
Absolutely.
Nah, I'm off.
I just was confused about that.
But the doghouse, what? You never heard the term the doghouse?
Yeah, but that I don't know.
All right. Hold on, KB. Hold that thought.
Michelle Rose again. She chose to pick her battle. Something in her spirit told her to choose peace. Her husband needed her to be peaceful. Oh, whoa! One just jumped in, jumped in on me. We're going in. Her husband needed her to be peaceful when he got home. The message is discernment. Oh, good one. Bible or not, sometimes we need to pick our battles because we don't know what our partner dealt with that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like on the flip side of that, what dudes get a little upset is that we seen that meme, like when a couple's waking up in the morning and they're meeting in the kitchen. It was like when Shorty fronted on you last night. Didn't give you sex, and then you mush her or you dap her or whatever. That's kind of the same thing. She could be tired or had a stomach ache or whatever. So it's, we could have the attitude in the morning, but we could be cool too. And you know what I mean? Listen, if she's gonna add value, I'm just gonna give the homies a little jewel too, yo. You know what I mean? Like, if it's not like a ongoing thing, if it's still, damn, she was talking that shit on the phone and she said, you know what I mean? And then you got there and it was just like, I got a stomach or I got a headache. Sometimes you gotta eat it, fellas.
Yeah. And Michelle Rose is right. You do have to show discernment when you're dealing with your significant other. But again, I believe most people first they think about their emotions, then that's what is prioritized, and then eventually they may get to like, I wonder what that person was going through. You know what I mean? And the message is dope, even though I said all the shit at the beginning. But if people could actually in a relationship prioritize somebody else's feelings before theirs, that would be great. We would have a lot more better relationships out there.
Absolutely right.
It's easier said than done. Definitely easier said than done.
Yeah. And this is one of the cornier clips. Like, it's a little corny. Like, it's a little, you know what I mean? Like, KB sleeping. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, I get it. But but I do feel like the message is so polarizing in this, and it just needs to be heard. Like, yo, listen, like, win the battle, not the war. You know what I mean? Kind of reminds me of a note that I took this week. Cool, not to put you on the spot, but to push you on the spot. I took a note because I had a random thought.
Right.
What's the difference between communicating and expressing yourself?
Well, sometimes I think expressing yourself, you don't necessarily have to have logic behind it. You know what I mean? It could be just how you feel about somebody's body language or something like that. Like, that's something you can't really explain. You just, I don't know. You know what I mean? I believe being able to express yourself is tied into the art of communicating and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, expressing. I don't know. I wouldn't really put them together like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
KB, any thoughts?
What you say now?
What do you think the difference between communicating and expressing yourself is?
I think the exact same thing.
Okay.
My humble opinion.
Okay.
If you're what? Come again? Say what? I think if you're communicating with someone, okay, no, it's not the same thing. Because we can communicate,
It's beautiful how
but
you
we're
hear
not
his
talking
brain
about.
work.
But we're not talking about nothing.
Right.
We can communicate all day. We're not talking about a goddamn thing.
Okay.
But I can express myself and tell you how I feel. Then that's something totally different. So you can communicate, but not really get anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? Like you can have a conversation and communicate, but not really say nothing.
Okay.
back and
Then it's
forth.
the flip-
There's no
I
back
think
and forth.
communicating is the back and forth and someone
Yeah,
receiving
because
something.
expressing yourself, I'm not looking for any
Expressing
rebuttal.
yourself-
expressing yourself.
I feel like it's a one-man sport. Like
It's a one-way street.
expressing yourself is I'm letting you know how I feel out,
Right.
or I'm the bum screaming on the street, or I'm riding in agony, or that's expressing yourself.
Yeah.
But I feel like communication is making sure someone receives what you're saying,
The back and forth,
and
the
you're getting it
dialogue.
back. Like
Yeah.
Okay.
I like I like Taco Bell sometimes too.
see, that's a self-expression.
That's
Cool,
there
we
you
don't
go.
care.
I was expressing myself.
Yeah, no, but Taco Bell is good.
Sometimes I like the sour cream.
Do you really like Taco Bell though?
No, yeah, I don't mind it. My biggest thing with Taco Bell is like
it's
supposed to be it's supposed to be something that's inexpensive. But
It's
yeah, every
always
time I
expensive.
go there, I spend $25. It's like
I'll be mad.
seriously,
at Taco.
I got 3 tacos.
Every time
and
I go to
got
Taco Bell, I
$25.
regret it.
It's terrible.
Because it's not
it's
even
bad.
good eats. You know what I mean? That's probably the last meat
$25.
you ate. Pause.
Woo! It's the last meat you ate, Jack. Pause that, Jack. Last meat in your mouth.
So
any final thoughts on this last one, or we wrapped it up, right?
I think so. Pretty much. Yeah. You okay? That's one thing I was going to say. Right. I'm thinking about. When I watched this clip, I'm like, how do you like embody this shit on a regular basis? You understand what I'm saying? And I feel like you have to think about if you got to treat your significant other as if you're not sure if they're going to be there tomorrow, right? If you keep that mindset, like, what if something happens to my significant other and they're not there, right? And this might be the last day that I spend with them, or to
100%.
do something for them, or whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If we come with that mindset, I feel like we could show that type of empathy, right? We could negate our feelings or hold off our feelings and worry about what's going on with that person. We care for that person, right? Yeah. More than we care for ourselves, because we'll say that shit all the time. Mm-hmm. I love you more than I love myself.
That's the physical, but not their mental.
Yeah.
How they feeling or whatever.
But as soon as you get mad
because you're
about something, and you feel a way, you're not thinking about what that person is going through. You're just worried about how you feel, how they made you feel at the time. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
You want to transfer that to that person.
Exactly.
Or you want it to be worse.
Exactly.
Let you know I'm mad, or I'm gonna put you in the doghouse.
Exactly.
For women.
So
take heed to that.
Men and women, you think about it. Like, yo,
I gave a man example.
Think about if you knew that this particular conversation or this moment was going to be the last moment you have with that person, would you be okay with it? Or you felt like it didn't have to go that way. I could have made it better. I could have done something different.
Right.
Think about it like that. Right. And that's why I think the clip is dope. You know what I mean? Because even though I think it's curated and whatever, that's, whatever. But the idea of it, if people could actually do that in real time with their significant others and literally take a moment, take a breath, like, yo, you know what? It's not really about how I feel, right? This person, this is not in their normal behavior. So it must be something wrong. I've been with this person for a certain amount of time. They don't show these type of habits. So something must be up. So I'm worried about what's going on. So my first thought is like, all right, let me see what's going on with that person. Right? And then if it is something that is not on the level, then you can get upset. Right. But you gotta, I guess that's your emotional intelligence and shit. You know what I mean? And
you gonna come around?
You know what I mean?
Say nothing?
Yeah, so
I'm not gonna say nothing. Go to the next one. Yo, before we go to the next one, I got a little sidebars going on most of the time. I got another word, quote, like another thing that I kind of want to run past y'all. What do y'all think about imposter syndrome? And imposter syndrome is for the people who don't know. In my own words, is when things are going well, you kind of feel like you don't deserve it.
Yeah, or you don't belong.
Or you don't belong in a certain air, and you're kind of waiting for something bad to happen so reality can like bring you back to normal, to where you think you are in your head. You think it's a real thing? You think
it's definitely a real thing, because people feel inadequate all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
But the way people that do have it, you fix that, is that you realize is that nobody's that smart. Nobody's that this, that, whatever you think these people are better than you at, nobody's that much better than you. You understand what I'm saying? It's because you
what
put
if
it.
They are. Sometimes people are better.
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
Not the way the world is structured.
Yeah.
It's not really.
Okay.
Like, yo, bro, we had this conversation about certain jobs and big municipalities or whatever. Most people are average, are very regular. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people are regular people.
Yeah.
They're not excessively smart, articulate, whatever. No, they're regular people, bro.
Okay.
And we make assumptions, and we only know us, right?
Yeah.
And if we don't feel great about us, then we like,
So it's a self-esteem.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely a self-esteem thing, right? Because you might let's just say, for instance, if I'm working at a job and I see, I know I got a felony, they give me the supervisor position, right? Like, yo, I know I worked my ass off. I've been working here for mad long. They gave it to me, but these other dudes, they don't got no felonies and shit. I was a jail nigga. You understand what they let me supervise somebody else?
Okay.
Like, I don't think I deserve that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm already putting strikes on myself, right? But
if you did have it, could you use it as a tool to keep you humble? Or focused?
I think there's a difference between that and being humble or having humility.
There's a difference, but can you use it as a tool? If you got it and you just feel like that, can you just use it as a way to reassure yourself that, yo, I'm not gonna let nobody take me out?
No, I don't think so, because I'm
gonna continue to work hard.
I think it suppresses.
Okay.
It suppresses. Like, I promote growth, right? I'm not suppression. So if you're gonna assume that somebody, you could think that, I'm not better than nobody else, but nobody else is better than me. That's the motto you should live by. I'm not better than nobody, but nobody's better than me.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, somebody might do this or do that, or I can't do this or do that, but like I might be able to do something that they can't do. You understand what I'm saying? And it's only a crutch or a mental obstruction that is it's not really there. Because trust and believe, nobody's perfect. We're all flawed people. You understand what I'm saying? Just because that, like the example that I just gave, it doesn't mean that this guy over here that been here for a certain amount of time, just because he don't got a felony, don't mean he's definitely better than you to or more equipped to handle the situation than you are. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So we kind of like, that's a loser's mentality.
Okay.
That's a loser's mentality.
Bro, I was literally over here just thinking those few words the whole time. I've listened to all the explanations. All I'm thinking is, man, that's a loser's mentality. Like, you better fucking pray every 5 seconds that you're there.
Yeah, right.
And try to make better on the situation. Yeah, please, baby. You know what I mean? Let me stay with,
Yeah.
God is good all the time. Like, because you know why? You know why? Because soon as you put a thought like that into the air, it begins to crumble.
It's going to happen. What you put in the universe will
come on now.
Will come to you.
So it's the negative thought.
It's
the thing that you don't deserve.
Sucks.
Yeah, okay.
It
Okay.
sucks. It sucks that we have to say it, but yeah, it is. And because you know why you wouldn't, if somebody else approaches you and says you don't deserve this because you have a such and such, you would say, well, damn, like super negative, God, like you know what I mean, fuck out of here, like. Right, so it's one of the same when you're talking to yourself, right? You would be like, yeah,
and this is why it's a loser's mentality, because if somebody came to you and said that, you would object.
Yeah.
But you in your head, you already believe that yourself. You believe before they even said anything, right? So that is a loser's mentality.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's
so somebody says it to you, you be like, yeah, why you say that? But you was already thinking that.
Right.
And whatever you think, or the energy that you give something, the universe will conspire to give you that. If you feel like you don't deserve it, all right, I'll take it from you. You don't want it, so I'll take it.
Hey, KB, you got Trey to put on that?
You keep this nigga. Yeah, I don't know why you call him. Just leave it. I'm taking that.
We go to that last joint.
All right, so just a disclaimer: it has a lot of curses in it. I wasn't able to beep out the curses. He's using a lot of women. Please bear with it. I didn't, get a chance to.
He said women.
Yeah.
OG spot the low. Got potty mouth.
Bitches.
Go ahead.
That part.
I ain't gonna feel no way about that, nigga. You niggas be too motherfucking sensitive, nigga. A motherfucker that.
Let's say you had a girl, her ex dies, and she started tearing up, crying her eyes out. Like, how you gonna feel about that?
I ain't gonna feel no way about that, nigga. You niggas be too motherfucking sensitive, nigga. A motherfucker that put dick on a hoe, one thing you gotta realize, any nigga that done ever really put dick on a hoe, she gonna take that nigga with her for the rest of her life, my nigga. Let me tell you something, my nigga. You can marry a bitch, y'all be married for 20 years. Y'all have a family, house, dog, 2 cars. You and this bitch ain't never argued. But this bitch carries some nigga around with her that cheated on her when she was 17 years old. This is why you'll have an argument with a bitch out of nowhere. The bitch will just be mad for nothing because a bitch will recall some shit that happened 20 years ago with some other nigga. Bitches carry niggas that they really fuck with around with them forever, my nigga. So if you ain't got no bitch that carry you around, you ain't slanging no major dick, cake ass nigga.
Yo, so this nigga is crazy. Crazy. Right, so you saying basically women collecting dicks like 90s basketball cards?
Can I tap on that?
That is
real
all
quick?
you, KB.
So you might think that what he's saying is crazy, but from what I have learned and what I have been told, every female that has excrement in her from a sexual experience takes that on, and it doesn't wipe away.
You heard that too, like the DNA, right?
Yes, it goes on.
I heard it goes up to their brain.
Yeah,
Did you hear this?
So when a female
You heard
has
that?
when a female has sex with a man,
but I heard it.
when a female has sex with a man,
Mhm.
it doesn't just, it's not just a sexual experience. It actually goes in and stays in, and the excrement stays in there, and they take it on with them.
Yeah.
That's real shit.
Like it's part of their DNA now.
Yeah.
That's part of them. And then
Okay.
they passing it on to their kids after they have kids.
So that explains Tupac and Jada.
Hey, hey now.
The
You said it.
baby.
I
He
didn't.
didn't hit. What are you talking about?
No, with the spirit.
Look,
No.
he said I ain't.
the
The fuck?
I don't even know where to start. Cause you took it somewhere else.
I surely
But I like
did.
that.
I surely did.
Yeah, let's start with that. Nah.
I think
I've never thought that. I've never thought that they would. I've never thought of another. I've known, I know that people that I've been with had other partners, but I guess maybe it's delusion. I just think I'm the best. So there's no, like, you're with me for now. This is the best. Like, I feel like I'm the one that's gonna be that. So to answer his question, it would be weird for me if my wife was crying over when her ex died. I would feel weird about it. I would be sympathetic because I love her and it's a weird kind of thing. But after all these years, I didn't hear nothing and everything like that. All of a sudden, you know what I mean? Like, it'll be like, oh, all right, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, you need a minute, you know what I mean? But if it's like, if it carries over and it's like with the Will and Jada thing, like, okay, like if it's dragging, like, let's wrap it up. You know what I mean? Like, you could be sad and you had a moment with homeboy, but we ain't gonna be carrying around. Like, we ain't gonna be carrying around
Why?
niggas like comic books. Like, we ain't collecting bodies over here. We're not collecting. We're not in the business to collecting bodies.
Well,
if I'm not the best, I'm not.
What does that have to do with being the best, though?
Because who remembers the losers? Who remembers John Paxson? Who remembers the other guy? Like, who remembers? We remember Jordan. We don't remember the other guys.
Well, yeah, I remember Bill Winnington.
Right.
But, the same thing is, what are you talking about as far as the losers? If you have the prize,
then they're the losers.
No, you have the prize. You possess the prize, right?
That means I'm the winner. That means everybody else is a loser. So who remembers the losers?
So I'm confused about what the conversation is.
That sounds all great and dandy when you put it that way. Like, some people might say, all right, yeah, you got the prize, or it's your turn to have the prize.
That's crazy.
That's how some people view it. It's like,
Those
all
are
right,
the
well,
people who wear hoes. Like, those are the people who I don't know. I never thought that.
I mean, if you're
it's your turn to have the prize, that means your turn is going to be over. Oh. If you saying that your turn is your turn, that means that it will come to an end and someone else will have a turn behind you. When you climb up the stairs to go down the slide and you go down the slide, there's someone behind you. It was your turn on the slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I'm getting on the slide, I'm standing up there.
So when you went,
so listen, there's no turn after me. There's no turn.
When you win a championship, you're a champion for how long?
For that year.
All right.
See what you did there. We can't see you. So this never happened.
Yo. So
listen here now.
See what you did there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll bite you in your ass. Sometimes your own shit'll bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts?
All right. Yeah. on the clip. So as far as
I'm gonna go get my food in a second.
I forgot my train of thought that fast.
I'm hungry.
What was I saying?
On the clip.
No, it was we're past the clip now.
Oh, okay.
I was saying it's some people might say it's your turn, right? So when you're in a relationship with someone, you don't actually know like who broke up with who. You would say, all right, I got the prize, but that woman that you would, she could have got dumped by that dude. She could have still been in love with that dude, or he could have ended the relationship. So it's not about like, all right, who won the prize or whatever. And we got to understand that some previous relationships are defining moments in people's lives, right?
Right.
Some relationships could bring forth nostalgia. You could remember a time that you were with that person, or it was a time in your life that you remember that was a good time. You might not love the breakup, but you remember that time and you was like, yo, that time was a good time. I'm not sure if I would classify it as being disrespectful or wrong. I don't know. It's like we can't expect human beings to act inhumane. You know what I mean? Like, yo, somebody died. I don't know.
We could judge them on how they react, though. You were like, yo, it's been a weekend. You want to wrap this up?
I had a
Put
I
him
ain't gonna lie
in
to
the
you.
Work
ground.
on Monday.
Hurry up.
Yeah.
I think I had a problem with a chick that I was dating that she said she was gonna miss a guy. I had a problem with that.
That puts you in another folder. That goes from wifey folder to like we just fucking around folder.
No, well, here's the problem.
Missing
Like,
niggas.
he was
Hold that
actually
shit
like
in. Hear that shit?
going out with her on a date, and she said this in the middle of a date, and she was like, Ron, I kind of miss this other guy.
No.
And it's like, wait, we're together right now. Why are you missing him?
Yo,
that would cause a problem.
we can't act like we haven't had past experiences with other people.
Dudes,
girls, whoever.
Wait, what?
dudes
I
ain't
never
holding
had
on
no
to shit.
I never had
Dudes,
no past
man.
relationship.
Dudes are not. No.
Cold-blooded.
Nah.
Pause.
They're just not
Pause.
visually or like outwardly emotional.
Mhm.
But you got dudes that are upset. They'll be upset if their ex does something. It could be years later, and if their ex is doing some shit that they don't want them to do, it's like they still tied to that person.
I think it's only if someone that you had, as a man speaking, I feel like the only reaction that is justifiable is that if someone that you know and respect is kind of like swimming in your pool with something that you is instead of using slang, I'm just gonna be up front. Someone that you know and respect as a man is trying to push up on someone that you used to mess with, then that's the only time that you can kind of react. But I feel like you would be more offended with the man that you had respect for. Your ex is for the streets now. You shut it back in the water, shoot for the streets. I mean,
well
so
okay.
there's no reaction.
No,
You
no,
can't
it
have
is a
an
reaction. It is
attitude for
you saying
her
there's
or
no
whatever.
reaction, but
You have the problem
niggas will
with
have a
that
reaction.
dude.
Niggas,
You got a problem with that dude.
What water is this?
we're talking about
Atlantic Ocean.
we're talking about
Back in the water.
we're talking about misguided
Lake Erie.
misguided blame.
Go.
Because that you say that dude would have a problem with the other guy, but they'll have a problem with the female also. They'll be all the way upset. You understand what I'm saying?
But now you're showing weakness.
I'm saying, but that guy,
And you're
that,
showing-
that guy,
and
that guy
at
would
this
have
point,
he would be in a relationship and still have a problem with that. So
and at this
that would be
point-
okay though.
I'm sorry. Say what you're saying again.
A guy, he's in a new relationship. He's moved on.
Yeah,
and he's still worried about what his.
it's just showing that he hasn't moved on.
Yeah,
That's all it's showing, that he hasn't moved on. And for homie to just be okay with his woman just
somebody
collect their
died,
bodies
bro.
and whatever.
Somebody died.
Somebody died. Yeah. You
Somebody
never
died.
know. Yeah,
And all right, so it's a little bit deeper, also, right? So I believe in that whole pair bonding shit, right? I believe in that.
All right.
I do feel like, for people, men and women, but I think mostly women, once they are sleeping with somebody, they become emotionally tied to that person.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I guess the more people that you do sleep with, the more like.
And this only works one way. It only works for women. It doesn't work for men.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I believe that men, it takes more than sex for them to connect on another level.
Mm-hmm.
I think women connect like they'll click with somebody or they'll vibe with somebody, and then in order to strengthen that bond, they have sex.
Okay.
Men do it the opposite. I think men have sex first, and then they see if you cool and the vibe is great, and then it's like, all right, the sex was good, and then we have a good vibe, so now we have a bond.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well.
So the more men that a woman does sleep with, the more men she's gonna be tied to.
I got you. I don't believe what you're saying. I don't believe in what you're saying. I believe you believe it, but I don't. I feel like that's.
I think most women,
mm-hmm.
if any dude, well, the majority of the dudes that they have slept with, if they passed away, maybe they won't boo-hoo, but they might feel like, damn, that's fucked up. They might.
Let's play again. Let's play again. Y'all
you
tell
look so
me...
sinister when you say that shit, right? Let's play again.
Y'all tell me. I'm gonna give a scenario, and y'all tell me when if y'all are comfortable with it or uncomfortable with it.
Okay.
And we'll hit the limit of uncomfortableness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nothing disrespectful. Like, yeah. Go ahead.
Me?
No, you wouldn't. I know you know.
Little old me. All right. If a significant other's ex-boyfriend died, she got the news, screamed, and then she cried for an hour. You're okay with it or not okay with it? Everybody playing.
You said
if your wife's ex-husband,
say ex-husband. Say it. Yeah, ex-husband. Or
no, ex-boyfriend. We're not gonna do that. Ex-husband's acceptable. I mean, ex-boyfriend.
Baby daddy?
No. Definitely
daddy.
not okay. No, because kids complicate everything. No, we're not doing that. If an ex-boyfriend, if an ex-boyfriend died,
finish the question.
If an ex-boyfriend died and she screamed,
ex-boyfriend
died and
she never had a baby with him.
Never had a baby with him.
Never been married to him.
No.
But yet she
screamed and she cried for 4 hours straight.
I will punch in the head.
Okay.
Yeah, I would feel a way about that.
Cool. Not playing.
You never had any
I could take the loophole right now. He said, "You're not playing." I can be like, "Nah, I'm not playing."
Ex-boyfriend.
So
looked at the phone.
There's a couple of things I think that go into that.
Boyfriend.
There's a few things that go into that. First thing is, how ex are we talking? So how long have we been together? If we've been together a year or something like that, then I may not love it, but I can understand it.
You're married.
I'm just as
dated,
new. I'm just as new. See,
dating,
but we're a husband.
You
already.
Dated and you married for 10 years.
Oh, I mean, it would be a little excessive, I feel like.
Okay.
To fall out and cry for some guy you haven't been with.
If she wanted to go out of town
to the funeral,
she wanted to buy a plane ticket and go to this funeral for this ex-boyfriend. You okay with it or not okay with it?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think that would be a little excessive as well.
I'm not sure if I'll be around when you come back.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not like if I had a problem like the first question.
Yeah.
I
Yeah, it should have just ended, but y'all
Yeah,
know
no,
like y'all
We're
no
not-
fun.
We're not giving you that.
I'm giving y'all a
Nah,
run too
nah,
anyway.
no. I would be like, I would question that a lot. Like, yo, why so much emotion
Right.
for this dude that his dick was so good, Ron?
So this is what this nigga's asking us to accept. This is what we're MC Shorty Loke is, you know what I mean, is asking us to accept. He wants us to accept an insane amount of grief from the woman that we're with for some ex-dude because they had like a pair bond because he plugged his plug into her outlet. Like he plugged the iPhone charger into her outlet one time at a party. Like, nah, nigga, keep it moving. It's weird. It's weird. I think he wants us to accept some weird shit. That shit is weird. And no, I disagree with him wholeheartedly. I disagree with him.
Well,
We can play the game. Y'all ain't making past round one. I had like 5 more rounds. I was gonna be like, you went to the funeral with her and she threatened to jump in the casket. So y'all didn't even get there.
No, that's way too far.
You think I'm gonna go?
That's way too
I'm gonna go
far.
with the nigga?
That's way too far.
You're going too far, big.
But
you know what I'm saying? So what are we even talking about?
I understand what he's saying in the sense of a woman being tied to a man that she was with for a certain amount of time.
What does that tie look like? How does it manifest itself? How do we know that this tie exists? If we were to try to diagnose this tie, what does it look like? What
well, you should if you're with her after.
Like she had sex with him. And
how does that look? How does that look?
What?
I don't know. How could you diagnose? How could you tell someone that you're with had sex with another person? Like, how can you tell? Like, what does it look like?
What do you want, a video?
No, I'm not a video, but what is like
you're speaking to the mic.
It's a hug. It's a what? Like what? Because he wants us to just accept anything.
Bro, listen.
We know what happened. We just don't ever have to see
What
it.
is the diagnosis of anything when it comes to
Why does he sound so muffled?
what has happened? What you say now?
Yeah, you good now.
Nigga, you muffled. Pause.
Get
muffled.
Yeah, listen. What is the diagnosis of anything that has actually happened in your life? Do you have to have a video? Do you have to have a audio? Do you have to, things have happened?
Yeah.
Things have happened in life.
You don't have to.
You don't have
her
to.
if
Doesn't
she
have
slept
to.
with that
I
person.
feel like that.
But here's the thing.
But doesn't that run counter?
I feel like everybody. No, I feel like everybody feel like something has to be documented. It doesn't have to be documented. That happened. Whatever feeling that young lady had, that you had a relationship with, that now you're in a relationship with her, it's not going to leave her.
Mm-hmm.
It's up for us to understand that. Yo, listen, she had a relationship with this dude. He was hung like a horse. Had sex with her. Messed my joint up altogether.
Oh God!
And now I got to deal with her. But the fact of the matter is, like, yo, she had a relationship with this guy. Whatever connection she had with that dude, connections don't leave, bro.
They don't leave, but they fade.
They do fade, but they don't leave. So here's the thing. I really feel like no matter what relationship that you've had that was really important in your life, you don't ever really let it go altogether because it's still somewhere in the back of your brain somewhere. Now, when you're married and you have your one, a lot of that shit, like you said, it fades. You don't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But does it go? It doesn't go. Because let you have some terrible times in your relationship. And don't bullshit with me.
Mm-hmm.
If you have some terrible times in your relationship, you will reach back and think about some great times you had with some other people.
I thought you were going there.
Real talk.
Man,
Am I bullshit?
Yes.
I'm not bullshitting with you.
Put that on wax, nigga.
Yeah, all right. Yo, real talk.
You on your own, nigga.
Let's. I'll be completely honest with you. If I'm lying, I'm flying, and y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. But the truth of the matter is, you can be in a relationship and be in a marriage and have a great marriage, but when things go aloof, you can also reach back to have great thoughts of either what y'all used to have or what you used to have with someone else. That's a fact. That's just a fact. That's it. Like, these thoughts and these experiences that we have in life, they don't go away, bro. They don't go away. You don't just erase people out of your life because it's like, I'm married, I'm happy. No, bro. You're married and you're happy, but yet on the same married and happy totem pole, you still have everything that you have ever done in your life that made you happy up until your married and happy life. Period.
Put like that.
Yeah. I tend to believe what he's saying because you got to think about it. Like, nobody's perfect, right? So when, let's just say, for instance, if there's something about your wife that she doesn't do, right? And you're like, yo, you need to do X, Y, and Z, or you're not doing X, Y, and Z. You're getting that from somewhere. That's coming from a place. Subconsciously, you're comparing to something you had before. A lot of times it's not like we pull shit out of thin air and say, you know what, you don't.
It's
So
something that's
does
lacking.
your reality becomes? So at what point does your reality become where you actually are?
You always are where you are, but you're always gonna have shit in your memory bank. And when people when they feel like they're lacking something, sometimes it comes from hearing other people. But I think as you get older, you're not comparing yourself to other people's relationship.
Be out.
I think you're more or less comparing yourself to previous relationships that you personally had, or people you dealt with. So you feel like, all right, well, why can't you be like this? You're not gonna say that, right? Yep. You're not gonna actually say that, but it's coming from a place. The place is, and a lot of times the place might be from your past experiences. Like if it's a woman that feels like, all right, this dude he cool, but he don't do this, that, and the third. Where's that coming from? Because she had another guy that probably did the things that you don't do. You know what I mean? So I'm saying it's relationships, man. It's like, yo, you're dealing with people that have had experiences, and
so there is credence to a sect of men who would only even think about marrying a virgin. Because you're saying every other woman is polluted.
Not necessarily polluted.
That's what I'm taking.
Not necessarily polluted. It depends on.
I'm thinking, say shit wash away. You the ill nigga. You come around. Forget the zeros. Get with the hero. But you saying like, yo, nah.
You could be a hero, but even
like everybody is collected. So niggas is calluses. You know what I mean? Like they just around and they just building up. And
if we are
body count is dangerous.
If we are smart, right? If we're smart people, men and women alike, we're going to learn that, all right, well, when I was in this relationship, I had this, but I didn't have this, but this is more important than that. right? And hopefully you reach the point where your significant other, the person like you plan on spending your life with, they're not perfect, but they do have the characteristics that I need. Maybe when I was with this particular person in the past, yeah, this was cool, but this was it was a whole host of other shit that wasn't that cool. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's a trade-off, right? You might have a woman that you had great sex with in the past, but we couldn't really communicate that well. We didn't have good conversations or anything like that. But you might have a woman in the future where it's like, all right, the sex is not as good as with her, but we really vibe and we can communicate on a whole nother level.
Yeah, we throwing the baby out with bathwater. That's all. Everything going. Like the sex.
But it's not
trash. You out the door. Like I'm not holding on to
I'm not saying,
you know what I mean? Like, we're not doing that. We looking for peace of mind. Men ain't holding on all that. Like
that's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna say.
Like we got the little Rolodex, like, oh, remember that? Oh, that was a fun night.
Okay, all right, yeah.
But, come on, man.
Because it's the way men.
We could compartmentalize our old work a lot better.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
But when a woman,
they're collectors.
When she has given herself to a man, it's it's etched in her.
Yeah,
it's probably etched in her for a very, very long time.
Yeah,
maybe for a lunchtime, for a long time, for a lifetime. I'm sorry. All right.
I reject that.
That was the last clip we had, right?
Now we're going Country Wayne.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We got the Country Wayne shit.
That's why I want to do it first. I want to do it first. I want to get. Oh, whatever.
It's on IG. You
got the mouse?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It should be the last two.
Last two. And you got to share the screen. You got to make sure you share the screen too. Okay. Mm-hmm. All the way at the bottom. Yeah. Those two.
Nah, go to the top one first. It's all right.
Make sure you share the screen though first. Okay.
Okay.
Go back to StreamYard. Present. Mm-hmm. IG. Okay. Share that screen. It says share that. Because that's not on IG. That's a different tab. Shit. Yeah. Go back to the other tab. No, to the yeah. Click that one where the video's playing. And share the screen instead. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to start it from the beginning again. All right.
Mm-hmm. And I say we because I'm a man, but I don't judge women. That's why I get a lot of women, because they can feel when you don't judge.
Yeah.
But when a woman, man, come on.
Yeah, man. I don't care about that.
When a woman lay up with the same,
just be good to me.
When a woman lay up with the same man, you think she turned on every time too? Just like we be like, we want a new one. Yeah, this same moves. Oh, he woke up in the morning, give me something from the side. Oh. If I knew life was like this, I can't wait till I get to heaven, because this ain't it. Same routine, got to go put up the kids, baby good, come here. You know
yeah. You on the routine, you on the schedule, because you got kids.
Man, one day she wanted to just wake up and just be on the floor.
Yeah.
With Devontae. She tired too.
Right.
Yeah, that's why she be like, take me on a trip. So at least do it.
Change the scenery.
Yeah, change the scenery. And we go on a trip and get what we do. Same move, turn to the side. But
Ram, right? There's one more clip that was above that one.
I think
Right above, that one. If we could play that one.
Yeah.
Home no more.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You play with fire now.
But yeah, so the women, when it came to women, I was the guy they were cheating with. So that's how I knew women. My brother scarred right now. He said growing up with me made him not trust women.
Right.
Because I be dealing with a girl, and when I see her, hey, you know what I'm saying? So
And she be with a man, and he know.
yeah, he don't know.
No, I'm saying your brother knew.
My brother knew.
But he didn't know. Absolutely not.
A woman leave the house real quick, go cheat. We see a woman want our time. So when a woman make you cheat on your girl, she wants your time because she jealous of your relationship. So she gonna make you take her out one day.
Yeah.
But that woman, she gonna leave the house one day to go to the store real quick. They gonna take her 9 minutes. She gonna either go to her homegirl house or go to his little spot and give it to him real quick and come home and serve and be the best wife or girlfriend to you. They a better girlfriend and wife when they cheat. Because they feel better. Yeah, they feel that they got that off them.
What?
Yeah.
So by 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah,
so they got to make them a little
home no more.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Word, right? Thank you, cool.
Okay. What is your thoughts on that?
I told myself I wasn't gonna be like reactive or be like. I told myself I was gonna be completely objective because I am biased. I'm a married man. I've invested my life in a woman, and if she cheated, I would be devastated. I'm trying to take that out of it and trying to take myself into the context of this conversation. If I was to be objective, I think that's some nasty shit. I think but I feel like you can't blame the player. You can only blame the game. He's gonna do what he's gonna do. In the jungle, there are scavengers everywhere. The niggas like this is the scavengers of the jungle. These are the vultures. These are the coyotes. These are the jackals. These are the hyenas. These are the niggas that feast off of carcasses. It's the bottom feeders. You know what I mean? Of the game. Niggas like that is the bottom feeders of the black community.
That's strong words, but there's nothing for them to feed off if you're on point. There's nothing for them to feed off. Though.
Well, a lot of men aren't on point. A lot of men are building.
So whose fault is it?
Well, it's the jungle. It's the jungle rules. No one's at fault. It's the fault of the prey. The prey made themselves weak. Your wife.
You picked the prey.
You picked the prey. Come on.
You picked the prey.
Come on, yeah.
You put her in a position to do her or make her feel like she should do her or do whatever.
Took her out of a survival mode, put her up where she could build and be up under a real nigga who's doing something. Maybe that nigga gets a little bit busy and he's a little focused. And there are dysfunctional men who are married. But I'm going to say most men who are married are purpose-driven. All the men that I know that are married are purpose-driven. Sometimes when you're purpose-driven, things fall to the wayside. Yeah, maybe you won't tell your wife she's pretty every fucking day. You know what I mean? Maybe she is a little, but if your wife is weak enough to fall prey to a fuck boy, maybe she shouldn't be your wife.
Yeah. And that's everything pretty much falls on you.
Right. Okay.
Because it's all the decisions that you made. Right. You can't control everything, but the things that you can actually control, that could alleviate this whole situation. But I don't know. I hear what you're saying as far as like it sounds super duper nasty, and my perspective on women is not like that. But if it is like that, if women are doing men like that or doing anything like that, I honestly I don't believe it. And maybe I'm just jaded. I'm probably just jaded, bro.
What don't you believe? You don't believe women cheat? What do you?
No, I believe they cheat for sure.
So be clear. What are you saying?
I think they're not nasty about it. Like they're just not sport fucking. You understand what I'm saying?
All right.
I think that
If you take the premise of our first conversation, the Dr. Umar conversation, where you said women, damaged people are promiscuous. So if a damaged woman happy to get married, what makes you think she could turn that shit off?
I don't think most damaged women get married.
You bugging. Niggas fall in love with damaged people. People fall in love with damaged people all the time.
They do.
They could
They
change.
do. I think
Mary, she don't fuck the whole town.
I don't.
And you thought you was the one that I was gonna fucking get her out the game.
I get it, and I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but I'm speaking in I'm generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think all chicks that have slept with the entire football team get married? No, I don't. Have some? Probably so. But I don't think those are the women that normally get wifed up. Or if they do get wifed up, it's by a particular type of man.
What kind of man is that?
I would say more or less, if I had to use terminology, I don't want to use that, but I would say like more of a beta type of dude.
Mm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't care that she been around. What? So what's a beta? A man who does not pay attention to her past or discounts her past. Like, what's a beta to you?
I think a dude that he wouldn't even bring up her past, and if he did bring up her past, she would convince him that not to worry about it. She could convince him to say, she could Jedi mind trick him and say like, well, if you're a strong dude, you don't worry about how many men I slept with. Yeah, I slept with most of the guys in high school.
Is that gaslighting?
It's not gaslighting. It's Jedi mind tricking.
No, but if you make them like, nah, weak men only think about body count. Like, are like hoes gaslighting niggas? Like, are they like?
I believe so.
Like, nah, only weak men. Why would they care about a body count?
Exactly.
Like, nah, I don't care about that shit.
I've
like,
seen it. I've seen it on social media.
Wife up hoes and we send us OnlyFans money and they do that. Yeah. So it's like, it's like, poor guys, man. I'm glad I grew up. I'm glad I ain't from this era, yo. Yo, I saw a statistic that, and it was I saw a opinion of a statistic from a Gen Zer that said she believes 50% of women in Gen Z have OnlyFans, which is crazy.
Would I say it's crazy? I don't.
Is OnlyFans almost like social media now?
Semi. It's all based on what you can justify to yourself. And we live in an age and time where women are sexually liberated.
Yeah.
Right? We can't call a hoe anymore. Like, that terminology is about to cease to exist. When we die, that terminology will probably die with us.
That's on my tombstone, yo.
Yo, you would get ridiculed, or you would be deemed to be old school if you're like, yo, what are you talking about? You're misogynistic to think that just because I have sex with a lot of guys that I'm a hoe. Like, no, that's derogatory. Nah, I'm just liberated. I'm free to do what I want to do with my body.
That's crazy.
It's the ultimate Jedi mind trick. And the thing is, like, that's kind of how we, that's one of the metrics that we use to value a woman in society. And it's always been like that.
It's your most precious commodity is your womb. So you're sharing your...
Well, that doesn't matter. Because women don't care about having kids. They care more about getting rid of kids than actually having them.
Man. Go on.
What? Tell me I'm lying though.
It's a overstatement, but like I'm following you, but it's an overstatement.
They fight hard to get rid of them. They fighting hard tooth and nail.
You ain't gonna get me to argue for him. So
And
yeah,
yo,
go
yo,
ahead.
bro,
Go ahead,
and
yeah.
yo, bro, we're not talking about, something happened to me and something, monstrous happened to me and my family or whatever like that. No, I'm talking about like, yo, I went out with a guy, I made a bad decision, and I
But that
got,
shit was happening in our generation too. So
No, it was.
that's not fair. And honestly, I feel like now it's a little bit more taboo to do that. I feel like this generation is a little bit more pro-life than our generation was.
Why?
Because they care more about feelings and stuff like that. And I feel like this is a lot more of an emotional tie to things now.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I'll be interested to see the numbers on on everything. But to get back to the topic,
I think that's a form of birth control these days.
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But to go, yeah. Yeah. But to get back to the main point, nah, that shit is super triggering. Here nigga talking about that's your whiz, you know what I mean? Like that's who you building with, that's who you doing, and then you got but real dudes understand you can't hate the player. You can only hate the game. You can't hate the player. I can't have no animosity for that man for having that train of thought.
I get it, but I really feel like he's reflecting on his personal life and his personal experience. Right. We said it on the show before. Every person, man and women that's married is not marriageable. You got a lot of people that are married and they don't really know what they signed up for. But it sounds like a good thing to do, a great thing to do.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. You know what I mean? I'm doing it.
They thought the person that they married was gonna change, or that they could deal with the shit that was wrong with the person that they were married.
Mm-hmm.
And once they get married and they get buyer's remorse, they're looking around like, nah, I can't do this anymore. Especially if I gotta invest in this person, build with this person. This is what I gotta work all week for and put my hard work into.
Mm-hmm.
This is my partner for my life.
Mm-hmm.
And like, nah, fuck that. And that's what, and honestly, like going off the episode last week, like we could vet women out who are promiscuous real easy.
I believe so.
I believe the women that got the female friends. I mean, the woman that got the male friends, she's a hoe. The woman that, the party girl, she's a hoe. You know what I mean? There's certain women that like you not even like, come on, bro. If you invest your future into this, you sign up for.
You hitching yourself to the wrong wagon.
Yeah, man. So can't hate the game, man. These dudes are gonna exist. You know what I mean? And these dudes are gonna be renting a basement apartment, eating tuna fish for dinner. I mean, because they never built nothing.
You hating now. You hating now.
What it is.
You hating, don't hate.
Nah, I feel like it's a little triggering for like niggas who, why you bothering niggas who's trying to build something? Like why you bothering niggas? Like
who's this? Like, you can't place you're wrongfully placing the blame, right?
No, I understand. The blame is fully on the woman that you chose. It's fully on her. But you could look at dude like, really? All right, nigga, come on. All right. Cause that's the code. You can't hate the player, you only hate the game. So
yeah.
It is
I can't, I just can't put the onus on the guy.
No.
It's like, he's just being a dude. And even a woman to a certain extent, depending on who the woman is, if you picked her and things are not right, I couldn't even blame her if she just, stepped out and did her thing. You know what I mean? Like, because you don't pick wisely. You know what I mean? Like one of the biggest things with me, if I was in any type of relationship, I was dating or anything like that, I would say like, yo, if you feel like you have to do that, you could leave me alone. You know what I mean? You don't have to. You don't
get that because there are benefits of being with you. Like they
nah.
want the benefits of being with the stable man, but still want to deal with the, dude out there. And those are dangerous women. Like women who want 10, 15 minutes of dick in a parking lot. Yo,
exactly.
fam,
Exactly.
Yo, go
exactly.
like you are a terrorist.
Yeah.
Like go on and go on. Yeah, it's like, yo, if you don't know that you're with that kind of woman, then bro, I don't know what to tell you. If you're with a woman who wants to leave to go fuck a nigga for 10 or 15 minutes, if that's who you built your life, you really gotta look in the mirror.
Yeah. That's
you gotta stop. This is the only time we get to fucking victim shame. It's like, dude, you really gotta look in the mirror and see what the hell is going on here. If you chose her off the pole, if you chose her off for OnlyFans, if you met her in the club, if like you know what you were buying, bro. That's on you, man.
Yeah.
You got no remorse for you, bro. So that's the game, man. I just thought that was interesting. Shout out to Club Shay picking up steam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Our boy getting busy.
Shit.
Everything
picking up steam. They losing steam. They going from one to
He's
the
setting
other.
the bar.
Yeah.
We picking up steam, man.
Yeah.
What you think about this?
I like it.
Yeah,
I'm rocking.
I'm rocking. I'm nice and wavy right now.
Yeah,
man.
Shit, I don't think we didn't reach half the bottle yet.
Not even, man. Partying responsibly.
Yeah,
man. Shout out to Cool You.
Yeah, shout out to Bib and Tucker. That's the bottle of the night. Double Char Bourbon. This one is aged 6 years.
Yeah.
44 ABV, 88 proof. And yeah, man, if you guys have drunk this, please let us know what you guys think. And would you give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down? You know what I mean? Also,
I really like the bottle. It's a nostalgic feel. It feels like it's the kind of bottle when
it's like a
empty.
medicine bottle. Like
yeah,
bottle, right?
yeah. You put some kind of ill oil in this shit, or like it's the kind of bottle that you put a note and then you throw it in the water. You throw it in the ocean. Let it go somewhere else. Like it's a nice, nostalgic, heavy glass bottle, nice packaging. Yeah. The whiskey's good too. So
yeah.
So right now, this is the leader of the pack for the year.
You think so?
Yeah. My thoughts.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
All right.
I'll give you that. If you guys have any recommendations, please, by all means, hit us up. Hit us up on Instagram. Cigars Whiskey, Cigars with an S Whiskey. Let us know what we should be drinking, what you're currently drinking. Give us a recommendation. How you felt about Bib and Tucker, double char bourbon. All right. Let us know if you enjoyed it. All right. This one retails at about $45 for a 750 ml.
That's a good value.
Yeah, so let us know how, if you tried this, do you think that we were on point in our recommendation? Because so far we're gonna give this the leader of the pack.
Absolutely.
Now the year has just started.
Yeah, young,
but so far this one is the best one that we've drunk.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, man. With that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the Cigars and Whiskey podcast. All right. Corey Cool, super producer.
Yo, man. What's up, G's?
Please let the people know where they can find you.
I'm trying to do a lot of radio, man. But for now, I'm just happy to be here with you guys and celebrating with you guys each week, man. Yes, sir. Cool University, everything else.
Okay. All right. Shout out to Bib and Tucker, the recommendation. Check us out on Instagram. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Cigars the Ensign Whiskey Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Cigars Whiskey, Cigars with an S, Whiskey. Hit us up if you have any recommendations. You want to recommend cigars, you want to recommend whiskeys. Also, if you want to sponsor a show, you're a spirit brand, a whiskey brand, a cigar brand, hit us up, man. Podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. Again, podcast@cigarswhiskey.com. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another episode. We will catch you on the next one. Peace.